Mm. Yo. Oh, what up? What up? What up? If you're not first, you're last. That's right. Ricky Bobby. What's good? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Thank you, Planet Neptune. About time. What's good? Happy Thursday. Wednesday. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's raining in California, man. They said it never rains in Southern California. Um, it's a bit of a lie, typical gaslighting us. It definitely rains. And but yeah, we in this thing. What's good with it? Raining in Atlanta. That's what it do. Hump day. There you go, Lux. A little bit of lunch. A little bit of lunch. Never hurt nobody. I'm excited. You rewatching the game? The Super Bowl? Interesting. I turned that shit off in the third. That shit was boring. Maybe the fourth. I think it was like the beginning of the fourth. It was right after Pat threw the first touchdown. Threw his first touchdown. I was like, this shit over. I dipped. Went upstairs and I did something. I started making content or something. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's cloudy. Cloudy in Arizona too. Yep. I see what it is. Oh man. It's gonna be a good one, man. Today it was interesting. I was in a I was in a live earlier and somebody had sent me the live and the prompt was like, who's the prize or something like that, the man or the woman, typical shit. So I jump in there or whatever. And yeah, it was interesting because the dude was like, I was like, yeah, I mean, I had heard what he said earlier. He basically was saying like who brings more to the table or who does what for who or who does more for the other person. And obviously I was like, women do that. Like what the fuck? And then he like felt some type of way because I wasn't going with his program and he was trying to like say that I was saying something I wasn't saying because in there he just said something to the effect of like he was like, oh, he was like, I had made the point that because he had brought up like who early on who is doing what for who. And I was like, even early on, women are, doing something for the man because um like first part, like when you go out on a date with a woman, just like your friends or whoever, you know what I mean? Like when you go out and people see you, you get that positive attention and I guess like affirmation from or confirmation, I don't know, whichever one, it could be either or both. From like society, like socially. So I was like, that's good, that makes you feel better. And then I was gonna say that also when you going on a date build your confidence personally. Like you just having access to a woman build your confidence, you know? And then he like he went into this whole like rant and shit and was like trying to like say that I was saying what. Then he mentioned like how when he was like, so if you go, what did he say? He was like, if you go on a date, damn, I can't remember what he was saying. It was especially a fine teen. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, oh yeah, if she like a baddie and da 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 da. And I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well, I see what you're saying. If you get to go out with a baddie and yada yada yada. I just agreed because I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like whatever. The term baddie is relative. She could be bad to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fine. That's your, I'm sure she's more attractive than you are. So I didn't think anything of it. And then like later on, he was like, he started to like go on this rant about how like, all women want like the top 10% of dudes and and they have to qualify for it. And I was like, what? And he was like, you even said that he gets to go out with a baddie and da 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 da. And I'm like, I mean, she's bad to him. I don't like what do you think I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like men like objectively speak. I'm not. Every woman isn't a fucking insta baddie. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not even trying to be. So that's not what I was speaking on at all. I just thought we were saying like you get to go out with a attractive woman, and you're just in this instance. I thought he was just referring to her as a baddie. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. I didn't know it was like we were actually talking about a specific group of women. I had no idea. He was like, you did just say that. And I was like, I actually didn't say that. You said that. I just agree with you because I didn't know, but he wouldn't let me talk. And then I called him a hoe. And then I said, you about to crash out like a hoe ass nigga or something like that. I was like, you gonna mute me and then you gonna drop me. You about to crash out, mute me and drop me or something like that. And the nigga did it like like 2 seconds later, then he did the whole like, you wouldn't talk to me like that and we was in person. And I was like, I would. That wasn't your fault, June. You didn't do anything. I don't know why y'all like anytime your reflex is to be like in real life, and I see you, nigga. I see exactly who you are. I'm not afraid of you. I don't know why y'all niggas like the nigga that came up on the panel the other day after 30 round crash out. He said, I don't know why these niggas act like they stopped making pew-pews after he got his. Like, I don't know what y'all niggas be thinking this is. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not worried about none of y'all. Y'all niggas is weenies anyway. Why would I ever be worried about a weenie ass nigga that be crashing out online on women? You think the only people that's afraid of you is that woman that's in the bed next to you. Y'all be thinking because y'all got that woman shook, everybody else scared. Nigga, don't nobody give a fuck about y'all. Some of us really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna even hold you. Nigga showed a picture and it was him in a fucking ski mask or whatever the fuck, like being like grabbing a woman's ponytail gently, and he was like, you don't see that behind me? I'm him. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like that you have to put that behind you shows me what type of man you are. Why would I ever be afraid of that man? You just a dummy. You a dummy with a grill in your mouth, nigga. I don't know. What do you think would happen? I don't know why they think only two things gonna happen. You either gonna end up in prison or you gonna end up in the dirt. Them your only two options. Either way, I'm going home. I don't know what I don't know what to tell you. Either way, I'm gonna close my door and go back to doing whatever I was doing. So sucks to be you. But anyways, should child support be abolished? I want to know. I came across another interesting live that made me ask these questions. I be wishing I be needing to record. I'm gonna get them Ray-Ban Meta glasses so y'all can see what I be seeing, and I'm just gonna upload it because the shit be funny. Thank you. I love blue. You know what's so this lady, she made a video and she was talking about how women being delusional and shit like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Let me see if I could whatever I can find this video. I'm trying to find this video. I'm trying to find the video for y'all. All right, I found it. Okay, I found it. I mean, I definitely did that. Like the here go. All right. You ready? Okay.
Gotta stop gaslighting men about child support. Okay, I just saw a post about women talking about ladies. Y'all gotta stop gaslighting men about child support. Okay, I just saw a post about women talking about your little $200 don't do nothing for me but provide gas, basically to take your child from point A to point B, and that y'all need to stop acting like child support is changing their lives. Listen, baby, I don't know who is paying $200 in child support a month and complaining because I just don't see that making any sense. But first of all, if the dude is paying $200 a month and literally not contributing anything, then the onus is on you, ma'am, on who you picked to lie down with, who you chose to have children with. Because ain't no way you have children and a man is only paying $200 a month and that makes any type of sense. Second of all, most men are out here, and you can look in comments of men who will tell you they're paying 1,200, 1,500, $2,500. That is like the more typical amounts that you're seeing for men paying child support. And I'm sorry, but if $2,500 of your monthly income is straight leaving your pockets and going to somebody else's, you're gonna feel that. Unless you're of the wealthy, you're gonna feel that. Even if you're making in the low six figures, you're gonna feel that. So let's stop gaslighting men into believing that whatever they're contributing isn't really doing anything. Because if that's the case, y'all wouldn't be tripping on them doing it in the first place.
That's a take. That's a take she had. Um, yeah, that's a take. I don't know what she's talking about, honestly. She said most men out here paying 1,200 and 1,500 and 2,500. They're not. They're not. Most men don't make enough money. They don't make enough money to do that. Let's be real. Let's be so for real. That ain't happening. So yeah, here we are. So I asked the question. I want to know, should child support be abolished? She comes from privilege and a good man. I don't know. She comes from either. It's child support for the mother. If a mother needs child support, should she give the child to the father? These are all questions that I've had posed to me, and I've engaged in these conversations, and they're always interesting responses when I do hear men, you know, when I do hear men talking about saying the thing that they're saying about child support and getting rid of it and things of that nature. I'm always curious. I want to know. Because saying that women are gaslighting men for telling the men that they're not doing enough is crazy. And then trying to say if they were doing anything, I mean, just because they're doing something, then that proves that you care about what they're doing. Like, what? No, they just are saying that the men ain't doing enough. The men ain't doing enough. And that's just money, by the way. This, like, we're literally just talking about money. We're not talking about time. We're not talking about, mental labor, like none of that type of stuff. None of that type of stuff. We're just talking about money at this point. Just money. Just money. Very weird take indeed. Very, very strange indeed.
Hi, Pop.
Hey, Renee. Good.
So I'll talk about the third one. Okay. If a mother needs the child support, she should give the child to the father. I say yes or no. No, from the perspective, I don't think most men are equipped to look after children by themselves. Mm-hmm. But in the sense of, in terms of like, what I've realized is that a lot of the time men are much more able to walk away from their responsibilities with children, and child support. I think more women from that perspective do need to actually offer the child to the father more often, because there have been cases where like women have signed off their rights and given the child to the parent. But the reason I say no is because I don't think for the most part, I think most men are equipped for it. But there was a case where this woman told him that she didn't want children. But she got pregnant. Yeah. And then he expected to change her mind, and then she was paying like 120% child, like she was paying the child support, and he got upset after the cover his own child because he thought that she would change her mind and come back. So I don't think most men would actually want to be single dads. I think they still expect women to do the majority of the labor. So I don't, from that perspective, I don't think so. I think it might help. What I'm going to say is that if more women did do that, it might teach men that they can't just leave without consequences, because women might just burden with the child anyway, because he obviously sees it as a burden. But I don't think they. Yeah, sorry.
There you go. So you think so? Are you saying I might be getting confused though? So you're not saying that the mother should give the child to the father, right? Am I to understand?
What I'm saying is, I don't think she should. I don't think most men are equipped for it, and I do think, and I do think that what I'm trying to say is that like women are supposed to be the main caretakers. So I think I've lost my own point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because like at the end it didn't sound like, because initially you said you were like they do and they don't, and then I haven't really heard the reason why they should. Like, why should a mother give the child to the father? But if the mother can't, if the mother needs child support, then why should she give the child to the father? I haven't heard you actually say why though.
Just more thinking from the perspective of it would help break away from the idea that it would help break away from the idea that women should be the primary caregivers and would take off some responsibility, because
it wouldn't change that though. It wouldn't change that. It wouldn't change that because the men would ultimately end up failing anyway. So it would just it would ultimately reinforce the idea that women are needed and necessary, and that men are not equipped. You know what I'm saying? And I actually think that most women who have a man that is, or who has a who is partnered or had a baby with a man that she trusts, that can help the child and rear the child correctly, the father is there anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not, what I mean? Like if the father, it's not like the women are keeping the child away in that case anyway. So the dads are already involved. So yeah, I don't think if mothers can't, if mothers need child support, they should give the child to the father. I think that the father should just pay the child support.
Actually, okay then. I amend my statement. I think most men aren't equipped.
Yeah. We're not.
To that anyway. No.
We're not, and that's the problem, right? Like it's not about getting away from the idea that women are, the caregivers and the nurturers and the caretakers. It's not about that. It's more about men need to, before we get away from that, men need to change their behavior. You know what I mean? And then we can get away from that. It's not going to happen in reverse. We're not going to prove it by giving children to men, and then men are, it's not like the men are just going to oh, I know how to raise kids. And they're going to be fucking terrible. That's going to hurt the kids. So yeah, I disagree. Miss Brent, what's good with you?
What's up?
Chilling.
Child support should not be abolished. Because there's fathers who are actively in their children's life and they're not placed on child support. And regardless of their relationships with the mother, whether they are together or not, they still make it an active part of their days to be part of their child's daily lives. Mm-hmm. And then you have the guys who completely want to abandon the mothers. They don't want to be involved with the child whatsoever. So child support is the basic, the bare minimum that you can do for that kid. And if you're saying, well, women, if they need child support, then that means that these women need to give the father the child. Child support does not take care of a child. And majority of child support is $500 a month. That's the average. Right, $400 a month. That's the average. I cannot take care of a child. If you buy a box of Pampers is $50. You buy a box of formula is $60. And if you have to do that weekly, how is that adding up to, oh yeah, I need to give father custody because I can't take care of my child? Mm-hmm. Some single mothers are very well off and they have more than enough money to take care of their child alone. Mm-hmm. But why should she have to put in 100 of emotional, physical, and financial, and the father gets to do nothing? He just gets to sit back and say, oh, well, I know she got it. That's why I got her pregnant. So now she's responsible. Mm-hmm. I already know she's going to take care of the child. She's not going to let the child go without. She's not going to let this child be hungry. So I already know I'm good. What she need my money for if she got money? Mm-hmm. And it's really just oh, I just don't want to pay because I'm giving money to her for free. That's what they look like. She's getting free money from me instead of saying, damn, she has my child 24/7. I don't even call to say, hey, the baby need a box of wipes. I don't call to say anything. Mm-hmm. So now instead of her having to beg you every day, oh my God, can I get $200 for this? Can I get this for daycare? Can I get this for that? You and the state can have a conversation about how much you need to pay and you never have to speak to me again. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Because it's unfair that mothers have to do everything on their own. And I get what Renee was saying about, giving fathers the children to take away the stigma that mothers are the primary caregivers, which we all know that mothers are the primary givers. So if we give them all to the dads, then they'll have to figure out what to do.
But they won't.
And they won't. And they won't figure out what to do.
That's the problem.
Your I would just be there not knowing what to do. And fathers, you know, they get a lot more help than moms. Because you see all day on TikTok, they talk about, oh, single mothers this, single mothers deal with a lame, and now she wants a man that's going to take care of her child. But yet still, you have a woman that will see a man with 25 kids. Matter of fact, you'll have a woman that will see a man with 7 baby moms and 7 different children. And she'll be like, hell yeah, I want to be number 8. Women are always more likely to open up and help a man with his kids than men are with women.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
That's facts.
But child support, it shouldn't be abolished. That's the least you can do. If you don't want to call your child and check up, now your child will take care of your kid, then child support is literally the least that you can do. And if she wants to take the child support and buy crab legs with it, then that's just what it is.
Yep. Well, she wouldn't. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. What's your name? Mr. Something. I don't know how to say your name, man. I ain't gonna even hold you. Mr. DWI or something. I don't know. Dwee? How do you say your name, man? They muted. I don't know why they muted, but Mr. Dwee or Dwy or maybe they don't know they're up here. Appreciate you coming up, Britt Bomb. We'll see what happens. What's up, Elsa?
Hey, Pop, how's everything?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right. So I always love when we have the child support,
Me too.
conversation, because they love to hold women accountable, but this is really, of course, is to hold men accountable, especially men that have kind of just like they're going to walk away, because obviously there are plenty of fathers who are just like, hey, I'm going to be in my child's life, and you guys can literally work this out outside of court. But for a number of men, this is one of the only ways that you could really like put I don't want to say put your foot on the neck, because the portion that they're paying really is not much. I was watching the video that you had just, and you know, it bothers me when people speak on things that they have no experience with, and it's always coming from a place of that they think that they know more than how the courts are already set up. They're literally asking for a number of things. When you're going through the child support process, they're asking for your income, they're asking for the father's income. And then they are dividing up how much time is spent with the child. So let's just say for me, I have to prove how much hours I have with my child versus how much hours, you know, my son's father will have with his child. And that's kind of how they calculate everything. So if you're doing every time this, whatever it is, we all bring our hours to court. There's no way that the judge, hey, you have to pay the maximum amount because you're doing your part, right? So there's nothing nefarious that's going on here. Like you said 100 times before, public, a lot of this stuff is worked out, you know, in an amicable. Sorry, I can't say the word today.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, in a way, you know. So a lot of the time, it's not even presented in front of a judge. If you guys can be mature and work it out, it's when the person is being a douchebag and wants to punish. I'm using air quotes here. Punish the mother. Yep. You know, and a lot of this is about punishing the woman. They want to make sure that you are living paycheck to paycheck and giving, you know, the bare minimum. Because I've heard you say several times, you know, God forbid that you and your wife decided to go your separate ways. You said you would still give above and beyond because that's something that's important to you, you know? So when these men talk like this, or other women say, hey, you know, the payment should be lower, you should be able to do X, Y, Z, you know, with the amount that you're getting. The thing that blows my mind most, and I'll end it here, is it is a reimbursement. That means the mom has already spent this money. So whatever fraction, you know, drop of the bucket that you're giving is not even close to what the mother has already spent to make sure that her child has all of the things that they particularly need. So this is a very interesting conversation, and I'm glad that you're always here to like have these discussions, because I really wish that people would have a reality check that the money that the mom is getting is not even close to what, just like the other smart young lady said, not even close to what you need.
Yeah.
To per month.
It's not. Yeah. The mother is never made whole. And when I say whole, I'm not saying that the father should take care of everything, I guess, in this instance, but it's not, he's not even paying 50%. It's all that. That's why that's why I talk about how I would just give more, because I know that there are things that I don't know. She's not even clocking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know because I'm a parent. I'm a parent now, and I know like there's so much shit you don't even think about. And also the reason why men need to pay more child support is because the same rules still apply as far as the earning potentials for women who have children versus the earning potential for men who have children. It doesn't matter if you're married or not. If you have a child, as a woman, you make less money. That never stops. Like, it's not like, oh, you're not together and then now that goes away. That never stops. Like, as long as you have children that you're taking care of, that never stops. So as the man who helped, who participated in bringing the children in the world, you got to pay for that in perpetuity. You got to pay for that until it's not a thing anymore. You have to offset that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may have to pay a little bit more of what on top of what you think or whatever. It ain't about just covering what the kids are costing. You also have to pay for or supplement at least somewhat some of her income that she has lost from having those kids, because you now are making more money due to the fact that you have kids.
Correct.
So you still got to split that money with her. That's like splitting your taxes to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like splitting the taxes. Like that. Like, there's a reason why you are making more money, or there's a reason why you're making significantly more money than her, right? And that reason may very well be, or in a lot of cases, because she has a child and she's a woman, and you have a child and you're a man, and the system pays men who have children. They pay us more money than women, so you got to pay for that. I don't know, like that's like, there's so many layers and levels to this that I feel like men don't want to discuss. They just want to go straight to like punishing the woman, pretty much. Like, oh, we're not together anymore, and oh, how dare, like, you want me to pay for that? Yeah, pay for them. Yeah, you gonna have to pay for some of them crab boils. You gonna have to pay for some of that shit. Like, that's just the reality. Mr. DWI, are you there, brother?
Thank you so much, Pop. I'm gonna drop down.
Okay,
I appreciate the comment.
Thank you. I thought he came off of mute. Okay, I'm about to drop him. You can, if you want to. They must have came up here accidentally. But yeah, that's how that shit goes. The kids love crab legs too. What's up, Bunny? Child support is a contribution for ongoing support for the need of the child. The state has a calculation of stuff. It's still that doesn't negate the fact that it's what else did say it was? It's what did she say it was? Child support reimbursement. It could be both. A reimbursement just means when you get the money. You know what I'm saying? So the women, the mothers or the custodial parents pay for everything up front, and then they receive a child support check, and then the child, whatever. But they're fronting the money up front. That's the point. So it still is a reimbursement, but it's also, it doesn't negate that it's, like you said, child support is a contribution for ongoing support for the need of the child. The state has a calculation based on cost of living and income of both parents. Yeah, we know that. It's not an either or thing. It's both of them put together. It is both a contribution and also reimbursement. What up, Malika?
What's up?
Shelly.
Big fan, bro. Big fan.
Thank you. Appreciate you. What's going on with you?
Oh, to the absolutely not. Um, we need that. We need that help. Kids are very expensive for the first like 5 years of their life, so it should definitely not be abolished.
Mhm.
Child support is not for the mother necessarily. I think it's more of a help for us as mothers because there's so much that goes into the child. There's diapers. My son grows super quick, so he grows out of clothes every couple months. So he needs like a new outfit re-up like all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily for the mothers. It's more like a help for the mothers.
Yeah.
And if the mother needs child support, should she give it? Absolutely not. That's tricky because I think that would play into does he want the child? Because I feel like if that's something that's forced on the fathers, like they're not really going to take care of these babies. And then, we see stories of fathers that have their children and their children end up, unalived because they just didn't want to do it. So I think they have to prove to the courts, like, yes, I want custody. Yes, I want to take care of my child. Kind of like what CPS kind of do, like how they check to see if the child has a room, does the child have clothes, an adequate place to play. Like they should like research into that like that. But just give it to the father just because,
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, just because she can't afford it, it just means you should pay more money than as the father. The father should just have to pay more money. So I think that when I was saying like child support is for the mother, I know a lot of men say stupid shit like that, but I also think child support is for the mother, partially because, like I said, or it should be for the mother as well because
yeah,
if the woman is making less money because she has a child, then you need to supplement her income as the man. So
yeah,
it should be
that's true.
for the mother. You know what I'm saying? Like she should, like there should be some on top of that. Yeah, you should take care of the child, and there should be some on top of that to help her because she took a hit having that kid
Yeah, that's true.
financially. You know what I'm saying?
Especially depending on where you live, and if you live on your own. Like I used to live with my mother, so it kind of helped towards like rent and stuff. But me and my son, we just moved into our own place, so now I have to pay rent. I gotta pay daycare. I gotta buy him whatever he needs, and then it's been a struggle to buy food every couple weeks. So it's definitely helpful, but mom refuses to pay, so I just be on the grind.
He refuses to pay child support.
Oh yes, he's been ordered to. Well, he never showed up to a court appointment. So they never got his DNA test, but they just compared their pictures. And my son looks, I know, my son looks a lot like him, so they ruled him father by default.
Wait, they really do that in the court? They just be like, "Give me a picture."
Yeah, they be like, send a picture of the child, send a picture of your baby, and I did, and they looked alike, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's the daddy."
And they'd have been able to tell that was my babies on them little alien pictures, them sonic, them ultrasound pictures. Both of them little niggas look like me in the womb. I was like, damn, I can never deny these motherfuckers. These are my twins. So that's how they did it. And I bet you this let me guess, he be running around telling everybody you be keeping your babies from him.
No, he didn't want to be involved at all. But when he didn't want to tell his family, he didn't want to tell nobody. So I like kind of did some crazy-ish, and I went on my way. And I found his mama and told her, "Hey, your son got another child," and they were like, "What?" Then he had to backtrack. It was like, "That's not my baby. She's crazy. She's just a crazy girl. She just mad that I don't want her." But then when his mama met my son in person, she was like, "Oh yeah, this is your baby."
Is the granny involved with the kids?
No, I think he got into their heads, and they kind of just started falling back. So I gave up. That olive branch has always been extended, but I can't no more. It's too much for me mentally.
Yeah.
I tried though, Pub. I tried really hard.
I don't blame you. I mean, you tried. I don't even like. I'm not saying you shouldn't have tried. I also don't. If you don't try again, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Fully love him, help me with them and take care of them. But my family's a big support, so
That's good.
yeah, he was working. He actually lives in the same city as us. We're in Vegas. I work in Vegas. I work at the airport. Luckily, I found somebody to watch my child. That's not that expensive, but I mean, it's been hell on earth over here.
I hate to hear that. Whew, that's tough. That's a tough one.
It is. But we making it.
Yeah, as long as y'all doing what y'all need to do. But I don't wish nothing but the worst for that man until he starts paying. That's just me. That's just me.
Me too. No,
Yeah.
me too. I don't like them either.
All right, yeah. I didn't know we was gonna be able to. But I'm definitely I'm feeling very much until he do right by you. Till he do right by that baby. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to.
Oh man. I hope he get hit by a bus.
Oh man.
I would just tell my son he was in the military. He went to the war or something.
Damn. And that man and you got another kid too. Do he take care of the other baby?
See, oh gosh, if I tell my story, y'all gonna be like, man. So he got.
Hold on. Just so you know, we already think that. Don't worry about it, Millie.
Oh my god. Okay,
we already think that about, but keep going. We listen.
Okay, so he was younger than me when we met, and he actually had my son is the fifth child, and I'm the fourth baby mama. So when I met him, he told me he only had 3 kids. There's a whole nother child, I guess, because he doesn't like the mama that he don't claim, but she looks just like him too. So he has 5 kids. Yeah, I know. But see, I never wanted kids. I didn't want kids. It just happened.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
I didn't know I was pregnant for like 5 months, and then my son actually came early. I had him at like 24 weeks because I had no idea I was pregnant.
God.
I know it's bad. I know.
Were you in a relationship with him? What? How did this?
I mean,
you wasn't even in a relationship.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not. I'm really trying not to. I'm not judging. I'm just listening. I'm not judging. I'm listening. I'm not judging. I'm listening. I'm just trying.
It was one thing. Well, he pursued me tough, so I thought that he liked me the same way I liked him, and I guess I just got stuck in that pattern of, oh yeah, we're gonna be together. Why are you trying to rush? We're gonna be together. Don't worry about it. We still getting to know each other. Blah 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 blah. And then here I am.
How old are you?
I just turned 36.
How old is your baby?
He's gonna be 3, so I had him when I was like 33.
So you was a fully grown asshole. Okay.
I know.
Come on now. You know. I can't. I don't even want to do it. You know what? It ain't even worth it. You got it. You know. Hey, at least you know now. You know.
Man. To look more down, the was kind of in the toilet, so I wasn't really fully paying attention.
Got you. So I got you. Okay. There was something going on there. And how old was he? He was younger than you? How old was he?
Yeah, he was like 28.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, when I met him, I was glad that he had 3 kids and he wasn't even 30 yet. I was like, damn, you got a lot of kids already, you know? So I was kind of like,
why didn't you stop? Why didn't you stop when you heard that?
He was young, and he was always in my face. He was always giving me money.
He was tricking. Okay.
Yeah, he was tricking me. Yeah, so it was like, oh, well, maybe he's serious. You know, he like actually is like helping me with like money and gas and stuff.
So he love bombed you.
The hell out of me. Always paid for lunch. Always took me out to like eat. Would like bring like flowers because we both worked together. So he'd bring like flowers. So I thought, oh wow, he's actually like real serious. But it was all just a trap.
And then Did you ever talk to the other baby mamas?
I tried. I talked to one, but she just completely shut me down. She was just like, "Oh, that's between y'all." And I was like, "Oh, damn, girl, we gonna stick together on this, sir." But I did talk to somebody that's supposedly his new girlfriend, and she told me a lot of the tea. Cause she's not a bad girl. She's actually on my side, but I mean, she's still with him.
So she ain't on your side.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Come on now. Come on.
It's a mess. I know. I'm sorry. I know.
Yeah.
I feel real bad.
Damn, man. I can't even. You know what? Hey, you like it, I love it.
I don't like it or nothing.
I'm with all the cliche shit. Couldn't have been me. Some other things in there. We throwing it in there. I love it though. It is what it is. I love the accountability for sure.
Yeah. Should have been smarter.
So what did we learn?
We learned a lot. We learned to run at the first flag. And
which was what? He got 3 baby mamas?
He got 3 kids between 2 women. So that should have been like, oh no.
And when you asked him, well, what happened? What did he tell you?
He just said that he had 3 kids, and I'm like, between this, like, with one women, 2, and I was like, why? He's like, oh, it just didn't work out, and I'm like, but so you had more? He's like, I know, I messed up, blah blah blah, but we're still cool. I still talk to my babies. I see them, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Dare I say the first red flag was he was military?
No, he's not.
Oh, they said because you said you was gonna tell your baby he was in the military.
Yeah,
okay, that's just the main. I got you. Okay.
So evil.
Oh, man, y'all still in the steps.
I know. Trust me. I want to go like low key, throw some hands sometimes.
And Vegas not big. Vegas is a small ass town. Everybody know everybody. Like if you live in Vegas, everybody know everybody in Vegas. Like it's a small.
Right. And I think that's what was also so drawn to me because I had moved to the city, so I was like the new girl in the city, the new girl on the job. I'm a little chunky, so when I met him, I was on a weight loss journey, and I was getting down that scale. So he was like, "Okay, what's the girl with the cute face? Let me holla at her." I did. I took a plan B, but plan Bs are like they said they're weight based, and I'm over the weight requirement because I remember buying one.
This is tough. This is a tough one. They say
it is.
Yep, this is a tough one.
No, and I was back then. I was still like kind of paycheck to paycheck because I had just started in my job, so I couldn't really spend like on like plan Bs, like protection, because we always use protection. So it was just that one night we got a little too tipsy, and we were just like, all right, let's just go ahead with it. When I should have been like, nah, get off me, get out of the house.
And he left it in too.
I know, man. I got trapped real bad.
Are you sure that he didn't want to have his baby with you?
I don't know because I was postpartum depression real bad after I had my son because my son was in the NICU, so I was just going through it, and my body just longed for my baby father. I don't know if it's a hormonal thing. I don't know if it's a chemical thing, but I just longed for him bad.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah. Oh, it was super mental. So I called him again. He actually let me come out and see him, hang out, and then we ended up getting into it again. And I noticed halfway through, he removed the protection. And I kind of stopped, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, it flipped. And I was like, oh, I gotta go home. And I got up and I was like, what the heck? Like, and I pressed him out, like, what are you doing? So I don't know if he was doing that intentionally. Like, oh, this girl, because I'm a square bear. I don't smoke really. I don't drink.
You sound square. I ain't gonna even hold you. For your age, the shit you saying, you really come like, I'm like, God damn, don't go outside no more. Keep your ass in the house. Like, just You and your baby and go to work and put these blinders on. You walk out there, do like this. Don't look at nobody. Take your ass in the house and go sit down. What? Like, goodness gracious, this shit. As my mama would say, you think? You think he was trying to do it intentionally? You think? Maybe.
I don't get it. Why would anyone do that?
You want the truth or you want to lie?
No, the truth.
All right. I think the truth is, if you alluded to it, it's the self-esteem. It's the control. That's what I think. I think he prayed on it, you know, and yeah, that's my guess. So, and then he figured once he put the baby in you, then he can always have access to you.
That's true.
And now y'all like twinning, and he not paying. So you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. Is he paying for any of the other children?
There's 2 mothers.
3.
3 kids. They filed, but the oldest one's mom didn't file. I don't know why.
But he got a job.
He got a job. But he doesn't get like the good job, so he can stay on the radar. Like, because he used to work at Costco, and now he's back working. I don't know how familiar with the strip you are, but he's like a stupid restaurant on the strip. Tipping job, and he likes tipping jobs. So they don't keep track of like the money he makes.
That's, I mean, for him,
but he is legally he's responsible for 3 kids or 4, including my son.
Man, this is so sad. It's so sad on so many levels. All the babies, all of the mothers.
Man, my heart aches for them, and I tried to reach out to them to like, you know, like, y'all want kids to me, like, we have a sibling thing, like, we don't need him. But the first one was like, nah. She was like, that's between y'all. I don't want my son involved in that. It's up to his dad for them to gather, and I'm like, okay. And then she just blocked me, so I gave up. I haven't reached out to the second one yet because I'm kind of like nervous about it. I don't know how she'll react, but maybe when my son's like 4 or 5.
Oh man, man, I'm curious how.
It's a lot. It's a lot of.
It is a lot. I'm sorry. I got it. I'm trying to process it in real time. It's heavy.
I haven't seen him in 2 years. I have not seen him in 2 years.
Yeah, hey, that shit.
I'm too nervous now.
If a woman did that shit to me, I wouldn't. I'd go join a monastery. I'd be a priest. I'd be a monk. Ever again. I'd be a priest. I go in the priesthood.
Right.
I renounce everything about this world and go
I'm definitely hitting myself away. But I mean, my focus is on being in school and I work full time, so I ain't really worried about it.
All right.
My brothers are involved with him, and you know, so I don't want to help on my side. So.
So this was a BOA scenario.
Yeah.
Damn. That BOA got to stop creeping up, man. We need that shit. We can't be doing it. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing this as a community.
Just be careful, ladies. Don't fall for the cute face.
Oh, they know.
Don't fall for the light skin.
Oh, they know. Oh, no. Light skin. No.
The gifts.
Oh, man. The love bombing.
Don't fall for the love bombing. Just in case there's some new ones in here, you know. Make him put some action on them words. Because I didn't. For my stupid self.
Yeah, damn. All right. Go ahead, Kay. What's good with you?
We listen and we don't judge. Okay. This black background is what we make you look like skin. That's what I was telling you yesterday. It's the black background. And Sean, don't tell me to be nice because he talking
oh, we listening, we do judge. I said, not you a whole baby daddy.
Yeah,
Please don't play with me, Sean's world.
Kay definitely not about to judge. She with Kay's story
It's
is.
okay.
Is
Go ahead. Let me have y'all.
no, Kay not gonna.
No,
Kay's story diabolical. This nigga diabolical.
Yeah.
You think your baby daddy diabolical? Kay baby daddy is more diabolical. He diabolical. He diabolical.
He's the king. He's the king of the diabolical. Okay. Oh my gosh. So no, I don't have any judgment for you. I will say, because I see people mentioning your age, and I think Paul did a video on this the other day about people who be having street smart versus book smart, and vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
I think sometimes what happens is women, especially when some of us have been sheltered and we didn't get a lot of experience dating, because we know as Black girls, we're told, leave them boys alone, stay in your book, et cetera, from older women in our family, our mothers, etc. So whereas our white counterparts are getting all this experience with men and dating, and they are sent to college to scout out husbands, we are told stay in our books. So we don't get the same amount of experience in running with guys. Like a lot of stuff that I'm learning now at 35, I'm learning right here on this app with public him, okay? Because I ain't know all this. And I was raped by my ex. I think he was trying to impregnate me when I was leaving him. I told you this publicly.
No, it's still jarring.
Yeah, I was. I think because I was leaving him, he probably felt like if he got me pregnant, then I would have to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely empathize with you in that we definitely can put ourselves in some tricky situations, but at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that these niggas are opportunistic and diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they will seize the opportunity, especially if they see you have something going for yourself. They will intentionally try to ruin your life. And my child's father mentioned one time, "You my baby mama." Like, so that was some sort of license for him to behave the way he was behaving. And yeah, at the end of the day, I already know you're gonna take care of business when it came to our child. So when we talk about child support being abolished, and we talk about essentially letting men off the hook, it's not about what you can afford as their mother, because they'll say, well, you make good money, so you don't need his money. It's not about needing their money. I want people to understand that it's not about needing money. It's always and always will be, always has been about the principle. He should be responsible. So again, if that $200, that $400 a month hurts him, imagine the custodial parent paying triple that to raise this child every month. They're feeling that too. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what that dodo bird was talking about. I wish public was seeing her request, because I need that hoe to come to the front of the class.
Who? The one from the video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know her. If she was in here, I definitely have her.
I need that to come to the front of the class.
I don't know what
she sounds like a dingleberry.
So no, jealous of me too, because he would make like little comments here and there. Because I had, brand new car, I had a brand new apartment. Yeah, I was a good federal government job. So he was probably like,
"You don't have that job anymore?"
No, I do. I'm still there. Okay. But he was probably like jealous, like, "Oh, she got it all. They get it. I got decent parents." So he kind of was like, he would make like comments like towards my parents and my family, and I'd be like, "What are you talking about? My family like that? Okay, what's up, my mama like that? What the hell?"
How long was y'all dating?
Let's see, about 2 years.
God damn! When did you think the relationship? I'm sorry. When did you think the relationship happened?
I don't know. I'm just trying to, because they also teach us Black girls to just kind of just deal with what.
Give a man a chance.
Yeah, give a man a chance. Don't judge so hard. Don't be so picky.
Yeah.
So I was
Dr.
just
Umar. The doctor.
Settle.
Them niggas will send you to the Dr. Umar School of Dating in a heartbeat.
Exactly. So I wasn't trying to get no judgment in school. I was trying to, someone said help him grow. Help him grow, go with the flow. Don't put so much pressure. So I was just kind of, patiently waiting.
And again, that's part of that conditioning. So I really want the common cousins, and I love y'all 10 toes down. I'll fight by any of y'all. But I really need us to take a step back sometimes when we hear these stories and not be so quick to say, you too grown for that, you too old for that, you too whatever.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's separating you from her is one decision that you made.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is one decision, and you're that person. Like, my baby was playing. Me and this nigga talked about getting married. We talked about like the whole shebang. I'm ovulating. I came off my medications. Like, my baby was playing, and this nigga still flew the coop. So that one decision, but at the end of the day, I wanted my baby more than I wanted him. So for me, it didn't matter because I was gonna want my baby regardless. I wasn't gonna give my baby up. I wasn't gonna smart my baby, none of that. Like, because I had waited my entire life to be a mom. That was my dream, to be a mom. So I regret nothing in that respect. But at the same time, them niggas be selling a good game. They definitely be selling a good game. Like, it's not just, they come out the woodwork and be like, yeah, I'm a deadbeat baby daddy. I don't take care of none of my 3 kids.
Well, I will say though, I will say, he kind of did say. I mean, he don't gotta say it. If you ask him, if a nigga got kids and you ask the nigga, you got kids, and he go, yep, I got 2 baby mamas. I got 2 kids with 2 baby mamas, and you go, okay. I've been with you for 2 years.
Give those men a chance, just because.
I got you.
Yep.
I ain't saying
just like we want men to take single baby mom serious.
Mm-hmm.
We are told, okay, he got kids. Okay, so what? Who don't have kids these days? It's 2024. Who don't have kids? It's 2025. Who don't have kids? Like, if you want this perfect man, he might come with some kids. Like, I'm telling you, this is the training. This is
I know
the conditioning.
I'm not saying I understand the conditioning, but I'm taking everything. I'm just saying, like, if a motherfucker say I got 2 or 3 kids with two or 3 baby mamas, and then you go and you start doing the math in your head, like, I ain't never seen with these motherfuckers a weekend. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, the nigga don't take it.
Okay, so he has the older one. He was about 10. He's with him every weekend, picks him up from school or during the week, takes him to school. He spends the night. And that's another reason why I got so tricked. And I'm like, he's a good dad because he don't play about that older one. He don't even let him listen to certain type of music. He ain't allowed to watch certain type of shows. So that's why I was like, oh, wow, he's actually like a really, really good dad.
Are his other kids girls or boys? I can barely hear you. 2 boys and what?
Yes, 2 girls and 3 boys.
Okay. So he just wanted to take care of his own son. He was a weekend.
Because he's the easiest. I mean, it's hard to take care of a baby, but an older kid, you can kind of just go over here and do that, stuff, take a shower, eat.
Yeah, he got 5 y'all total. Because remember, she said the 4th one he don't claim. He must be don't like the baby mama because he don't claim.
He ain't gonna claim yours either.
Yeah,
he
tried to lie about it.
We're gonna start a baby mama grant. We're gonna start a baby mama grant for all the niggas who pay child support, and we're gonna put money into the pot so we can help support these single mothers. Like,
that's actually a good idea.
Help me with this child care.
3 said World Health Organization says 1 woman unalived every 2 minutes due to pregnancy and childbirth. Men say women don't sacrifice, women risk their lives. Black Star said $1 on Malika for the R slur. Oh, you said the R? I didn't even hear you say it. You must have said
she called herself that.
Gotcha. But yeah, we gotta watch that for sure. Good. Gotta be careful.
They said that you 30 round baby mama.
No, 30 round from Alabama. She out there. Vegas, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, just checking.
Yeah, we definitely got to check. And that 30 round baby
for dating.
Vegas is the worst city ever for dating.
Yes, horrible.
I believe it because there's a bunch of transplants, bunch of transient niggas, bunch of people that be there. Nigga be there for nigga got a year lease. The lease up, he gone back wherever he from. That's crazy. That shit wild as fuck. And Vegas niggas is the weirdest niggas. But here's the thing, because the thing about Vegas is there's like no culture in Vegas. So you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of random people, right? And you don't really know how to like gauge, or you don't really get a good feel for groups of people or anything. Like there's just a bunch of random people together all the time, and they're kind of always changing. So it's hard to establish a culture. So you don't really know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely like when you're in, when you're like in not fucking Vegas, in LA or whatever, it's like you kind of know what to expect. Like, oh, okay, I see what it is. I think no matter what, niggas is diabolical all over the map. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's real shit. Yeah, the men's is diabolical everywhere.
Yeah, even the new ones that I've been dating, I don't know what it is, public, but these days do not have a job. They are content with that.
Yeah, that's a known thing about nowadays. The men's is falling out of the work. The neats. Look up the neats. Yeah, neat shit is real. What up,
It
Rudy?
really is.
What up, Rudy? Rudy Nelson.
Yeah. I'll drop so I can make room for someone else. Or?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Malika.
All right.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Rudy. Listen. Oh, he dropped too. Maybe he didn't. All right.
Maybe accidentally.
Yeah, maybe he did it accidentally. Damn, that was crazy. So Van right now. Oh, I thought I muted Van. Hold on. Oh, equal rights. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. So now we got to get equal rights. All right. You linked on my live. No, you're not. You're not in my queue to come up. Equal rights.
And property in Egypt. If you got property in Egypt, why you worrying about somebody's nails being painted?
What?
Mind your business. Name property in Egypt. And he probably ain't got no property in America. Hey, that's some shit.
They don't want to come up. All right, property in Egypt. You muted. If you don't like when people invite you up, you guys to go. So what? I think I might have to restart the live. I can't. This is I ain't got it in me.
Bye.
All right. I ain't got it in me, y'all. I can't have this conversation this way. No, it was interesting. Oh, it was interesting. Shit, that was crazy. What the fuck, girl? What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? But shout out to Malika, man. Y'all make sure, show her some love. Make sure she, you know what I'm saying? Check in with the lady. You want to smack so bad, you created a child that suffers. Crazy work. Wicked work. Wicked work. Mm-hmm. That man crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna spin the block. I'll be back. I gotta spin the block, y'all.
I want you to take a wheelbarrow full of kneecaps. Throw them bitches down the steps. Yeah.
Man, super. Whatever his name is, Super K14, whatever his name is. Funny as shit. Should I spin the block on the same prompt, or should I change the prompt? I feel like you just got to spin the block on the same prompt. I don't want to change the prompt. I think it's a good prompt. This is the prompt right here. Should child support be abolished? That's the prompt. Should child support be abolished? Is child support for the mother? You know, pretty much. Yeah, I should give him one. Yeah, everybody don't have access to the same information at the same time. It's definitely hard to, That's why you just don't judge people, man. You have some empathy, especially because you fighting the system too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole system is up against you in this scenario if you're a woman because you've been brainwashed the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You've been brainwashed the whole time. It's wicked. It's wicked, wicked, wicked. Sabrina, these niggas don't work. She said it'll work in the afternoon when they get off work. These motherfuckers don't work. Notice how different this tone is. Don't judge people now. I wasn't judging her. You think I was judging that woman? You tripping. Other people might have been judging her. I wasn't. I think she got bamboozled. I think she got preyed upon. Is this a promote he disagrees with? I disagree with. Hold on, wait, y'all. Just so y'all know, wait. Let me set the. If you disagree, if you think, I won't say disagree, if you think child support should be abolished, please come up. Please come up. If you think child support should be abolished, come up. I just restarted the live. We're trying to get it. We need to get it going. This be the one. This be the one they be always yapping about. What up, Unfriendly?
Hi, public. How are you?
Good.
I don't disagree. I simply had a question
Yeah.
because I'm a mom, so I don't disagree.
Mhm.
But because I kind of was just in another live about the Anthony Edwards thing, and I know that's not necessarily this, but because she wants child support, and we had kind of got into this saying, oh, well, why does she need child support? Why do y'all always need child support? And I was like, you do know that I shouldn't be able to take care of a kid by myself. Like, because they're always like, oh, we'll just give it to the father. He shouldn't have to do it by himself either. Like, it should be two people taking care of a kid. So it's not crazy that you want child support. And it doesn't mean I can't afford it, but I shouldn't have to afford a kid that I didn't make by myself. Like, I just never really understood the logic about why they feel so against paying child support. Because if you were actually doing what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't be on child support. My child's father is not on child support because I don't have to ask him to do anything because he does it. Like, we've never had an issue. He pays half the daycare, half the health insurance, half of her needs, anything she needs, and he does above what just happened. So we never had an issue. So he's not on child support. I'm like, so if y'all were all doing that, I don't think we would even have this topic. So that was really just it.
I agree. I would. I mean, me personally, I'll put myself on child support. I don't care what was going on, but I want it to be documented. I don't want it to be like, you know what I mean? Like I would want it to be documented. And I wouldn't, whatever they told me to pay, I wouldn't care about that. I would still do the same thing, but I just wanted to be documented. This is what I'm doing, yada yada yada, because I might need it for myself in the future, right? Like if I'm like trying to I'm trying to get something or whatever the case may be, I can't be like, well, I'm on child support. They're gonna be like, where? Where is it? It's saying right here, you're not on child support. So how much do you pay? Document it, then I could, I pay X, Y, and Z. Is what I've been doing, so on and so forth. Sports with Boots was good.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Chilling, fam.
My take on it, y'all don't beat me up in the comments, but I do feel like each parent should be able to take care of the kid on their own. I do feel that way because you never know what can happen. I'm not saying, of course, this is the extreme, but what happened if one of the parents pass away? You should be able to take care of that kid on your own. I feel like if you can't, if you're not in a position to where you can't take care of the kid on your own, it's just, don't beat me up in the comments. I don't think you should have kids.
So if both parents, okay. So let's take it back. So should you, if you and your spouse wanted to, or your significant other, if you guys wanted to move out or pay rent or buy a house, say buy a house, should the mortgage be based on, should the mortgage be where both of you guys can pay the mortgage without the other person?
I think so, yeah. That's just my opinion.
Again, I know, but do you know that's not, nobody does that though, right?
I mean, I know a few people that if something was to happen to that significant other, the other person will be able to pay that mortgage.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying. So the whole concept of having roommates, and you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, like nobody should have a roommate then either, right? Like,
I mean,
what you're saying
is, my bad, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so you're basically saying if a in this instance, I'm trying to understand, if you can't afford to do something all on your own, even though when you signed up for it, the intention was always you should be that the other person would be involved, and then that other person chooses to not be involved. You're saying that you shouldn't sign up for that thing initially. Like I like that. Like you have to understand. Like apply that logic to everything.
Yes. You know, back to the thing that you said, rent. If I'm wrong, you said if two people get into an apartment or a house, they should split the rent or whatever. Me personally, this is just my life. If I'm going into a situation to where me and another person is splitting the rent, if this person can't split the rent, I'm still gonna be able to pay the whole thing. That's just my logic. I always look at plan A, B, and C. What if? So I am going into a situation that, hey, I do trust that he can pay his half of the rent, or she can pay her half of the rent. But if she can't, I still on my end will be able to pay it.
But that's realistic though. Like if you guys move into a 2-bedroom, just because I live in Dallas, so 2-bedroom in my exact complex is $2,300. So I can't afford $2,300. In just this example, I can't afford $2,300. But me and a roommate split the rent. I can afford half because that's what we signed up for. We signed an agreement to pay half. So I cannot afford the whole thing, but I can afford half. It's not realistic to think I should be able to pay $2,300 because if I can pay $2,300, why do I need a roommate?
Why is that so unrealistic?
It's not realistic based on statistics about what people make.
Because essentially, what if she can't afford or we can't afford that rent, then what does that mean now? Now you have to live in a more dangerous neighborhood. You have to live in you might have to be more isolated. You may not have certain You may not have a certain level of access because you like, and but you could afford to live with a roommate and live in a better neighborhood. Or in your case, if both of you guys, because if both of you guys can only afford $1,800 a month a piece, I'm saying your logic is our rent collectively should be $1,800 a piece, right? So what kind of apartment can you get with $1,800 for two people? You see what I'm saying? Like it wasn't.
I live in Florida, so it might be a little different.
I just don't pay attention to the numbers exactly because I don't know
Okay,
what
I got
you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know what the numbers are. We all in different states. I'm in California. This shit, hella
Yeah,
expensive. But I'm just saying like that's not logical nor practical, what you're describing.
that's not. I feel like that's very. I feel like that's very logical. I feel like that's very prepared. Actually, if I don't see how that's not logical by saying that I would be able to afford something if the person I'm living with can't afford it.
But if you can afford $2,300 in said example, why have a roommate at all? Because you can afford $2,300.
That. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, like I'm just like using your example and like what I said. If the rent is $2,300 and you're saying I'm not moving somewhere where I can't afford to pay the rent, so you can afford to pay $2,300. What would be the point if you having a roommate then?
To save money. That can be one reason. If I can afford $2,300, but somebody say, "Hey, do you want a roommate? Do you want a roommate with me?" I can still pay that rent, but I'm going to room. Well, me personally, I'm not going to. But that person might roommate with that person just to save more money.
And so, what about people who are poor?
What about? I don't get your question. That's why I asked. What about?
I'm saying, what about people who are poor who can't afford to do that? Because most people can't afford to do that.
Don't you think? I'm not.
And I'm saying for kids now. I'm saying now I want to talk. I'm saying for kids. So for kids, you're saying if you can't afford to pay, I just want you to understand why what you're saying A doesn't make sense and B is so insensitive. It's like not even funny.
Not insensitive, man.
It is.
It's reality. I'm not.
It's not a reality. People get hold on, brother. People have babies under a bunch of different circumstances, right?
Agreed.
Okay. So making that blanketed statement is very insensitive. It doesn't account for the people who has babies under different circumstances. So people are poor, for an example, but essentially what you're saying is if you're poor, you shouldn't have babies.
I mean, if you want to be honest, why be honest? Mm-hmm. If you're struggling financially, why would you have a baby?
No, I hear you. Okay, cool. I hear you. I feel you. Now, who is the group that is who has the hardest time financially in this country?
I'm pretty sure it's BLK people.
It's black people, right? So are you okay with the idea of black people not having babies for the most part?
People, yeah.
Hold on. Wait, go
I would be okay, especially if you're struggling financially. I would be okay with BLK people. Black people. You just said black people not reproducing as much.
Yeah. So you're okay with and in this system, just so you know, because this is how the system works. Conveniently, white people aren't in the same, they're in better positions than black people per capita, right? So they have an advantage in that regard. Do you think that that's okay?
I mean, by everything you just said, by statistics, technically it would be okay. Technically.
Yeah, so that is that's called eugenics, what you're describing. I don't know if you're familiar with the term eugenics, but
no, I'm not.
Yeah. So yeah, like what you're describing is 100. That's eugenics. Like essentially, and that is what white people and what white supremacists have been doing to black people since we came into this country. Definitely since Reconstruction or whatever. That's crazy. Like just so you know, like that's what the Nazis believed.
So I do have a question. A poor black person
Mhm.
is she has a child, right? Do you think that's a good idea?
Do I think it's a good idea? No, I don't think it's a good idea.
That's okay.
Do I think it's okay? Yeah, but do I think it's a good idea? No.
Okay, so why would I say the single parent should be able to take care of the child by themselves? That kind of put people in a frenzy, or that didn't
I
kind of
think
make
that's what we're trying to get at. Why do you think a child that we both lay down to make, I should be able to do it by myself? Now, drastically, I'm not talking about if the child's father passes away, because that's drastic. Right? I'm talking about we're two living human beings who made a kid. I'm sorry, you can't argue me. I should be able to take care of a whole another human on top of myself by myself. Like you not made a logical argument why I should be able to take care of a whole child completely by myself. So that's daycare, that's health insurance, that's if once they go to school, that's uniform, shoes, clothes, extra food, laundry detergent, field trip money. If they do cheerleading, that's expensive because I was a cheerleader. Like it's so many things. So no, I shouldn't be able to do that by myself. And that doesn't make me a bad mother. You should be helping as the father.
I'm not saying this goes both ways. I'm just not saying the mother. I'm not just
either
saying.
way. He shouldn't be able to do it by himself either.
So two people get together and have a baby that's not together.
Yeah.
You still don't think? I feel like when you're in a relationship with each other, I understand. Yeah, they should help. I mean, they should help regardless. Put that out there. They should help regardless. You help conceive the baby. It should be 50-50 regardless. But that's when that plan B, C, and D come in. Okay, if they're not helping, if they might not help me, what can I do?
Yeah.
If you feel like you're not fully capable of taking a child on yourself, especially if you're not with that person, I don't think you should have a baby by that person.
So at what age do you think people are fully capable generally? How much money do you think it costs to raise a baby?
A lot. It is no number on. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm saying you give me a number though. I'm not asking you like what is the number. I'm saying like what do you think? How much do you think it costs to raise a baby?
A lot. I can't put a number on it. I know it's a lot for sure.
Yeah. So no, he don't.
I got one on the way to actually do next month.
You got one on the way. Okay.
Yes.
You gonna find out. But so it costs a lot to raise kids. So essentially also what about people who are 20, 25 years old, 26 years old? Do you think that most 25, 26, 27, 28, 30-year-old people can afford to have babies?
25 to 30, depending on the circumstance.
I'm saying because babies are expensive. Like being able to take care of a child on your own, very few people can do that in this society. But then you add to that like age, right? Because now you're talking about a whole demographic of people. Like look up the average, the median income is like $55,000, $60,000 or some shit like that, right? Okay. And that takes into account people who are 60 years old and people who are 18 years old. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But 18-year-olds ain't making $60,000. You dig what I'm saying? Like in 25, and most 25-year-olds don't make 60, 70, 80,000. Like they're not. So you hit your financial peak in your mid-30s and 40s, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
Again, the thing you're describing doesn't make sense. Essentially, you're saying that not only should poor people not be having babies, right? And in this particular instance, disproportionately, that would negatively impact Black people. You're also saying essentially that young people shouldn't have babies.
Is that not logical though? Why would you have I'm not saying why would you have a baby young though? That's I don't see how that's not.
I'm not telling. I think what I'm saying is it's not. This isn't a discussion of. To me, I'm not having this from a place of, hey, is there a better way to do this, or whatever the case may be? I'm saying the insensitivity that you are showing is the problem. I don't think that what you're saying in bits and pieces, I understand, because we have that discussion all the time, right? You can avoid it. Don't have a fucking baby, right? Until you're financially ready and you know what I mean? Like, definitely, I'm all on board for all of that shit. But it happens. So I'm not going to be the one to be like, oh, you shouldn't have had no baby because you was broke. Oh, you shouldn't have had no baby. Like, I was born in poverty. Personally, I came from poverty. My brother came from poverty. My niece and my nephews were born in poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just like, to me, it's just really insensitive to just be like, and you probably was born to some broke ass parents. More than likely, you was probably born to some broke ass parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what your life was like. I ain't judging that, but you probably was born to some broke ass parents. So saying saying some shit like, yeah, you know, both people shouldn't have babies. Like, my nigga, you mean your mama?
But what about it?
Mhm.
Oh, what you go ahead?
No, like essentially what you're saying is you shouldn't have been born. Now, me personally, I was born into an upper middle class family, but I know that I am an anomaly. Most Black families did not have money the way my family had money. I went to private schools. We had nannies, maids, but I'm a very small anomaly. So I can't think that because my family had it, like only my kind of family should have been able to have kids. It's very insensitive. But the other thing I wanted to say to you, because you're about to have a kid, because you don't have a kid, like, so you
How much money you make?
Paying daycare yet, and all that. I would love to know how much you make, to know that, because right now I have a 3-year-old. We pay $3,000 a month for daycare. She goes 5 days a week. So 3,000. Let's just calculate this: 3,000 by myself. If I didn't have help, on top of my rent. Now, thankfully, my rent's not that much because I found a deal. So I paid $1,260. So 3,000 on top of $1,260. Her health insurance is $400 a month. Like, the numbers we're talking about, the average person doesn't make. Now, I get help. So I'm not doing this by myself. But if I had to do this by myself, I couldn't do it.
Right. Whatever. I've been listening.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna answer this question real quick. I make around 70 something thousand a year.
And the mother of your child who makes the same amount of money?
No, she makes about 50.
And she's going, more than likely, she's going to make even less money because when you know, women who have kids make less money. Hopefully she can keep making the same amount of money, but more than likely she'll make less.
It's going to increase.
It's
going to keep increasing.
Maybe.
No, guaranteed. It's going to keep increasing. It's because of her line of work. That's why it's going to keep increasing.
What's her line of work?
She's in the Army.
Oh, she's in the military. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to this conversation, and everybody made some good points. I think.
But she. Hold on. I'm sorry, real quick. But she can't afford to take care of your baby right now, by the way.
Yeah, she can. Well, it's different for the military.
It's not enough. Sorry, it's not enough because
I know, but she needs help though. But hold on, brother. So we're assuming we have to make assumptions, do we not? Because the mother of your child is in the military, right? And you're saying it's different in the military, which means she's going to get certain concessions for being in the military, correct?
She's going to get certain help. She's going to get more money.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to get certain concessions. That's what I'm saying. Because that proves that she can't.
No, that comes with the job. That's not, that comes with the job.
Sorry. There is a reason why the military gives you more money when you have a baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the proof. The military, the thing that your girl is about to get, that's the proof. But now let's see, where does that happen? That Uncle Sam in this case would be the man. That's what I'm saying. So she needs an increase in money. She's going to get it from the military. Great, right? But for everybody, for a civilian, they don't get that. But so who should supplement that? And you're there too, and you should help out. But who should be the one to give them to help the mother out or help the child? The father. That's how it should go. It shouldn't be, oh, she can afford to have this baby on her own, because your girl can't afford to have the baby on her own. Without you and without the military, she couldn't afford. They would be in deep, deep poverty. $50,000 a year, deep poverty, brother.
That's kind of I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with math?
I don't agree.
You don't agree. Oh wait, you don't agree with math? You don't agree with economics?
That you can't take care of a child making $50,000 a year by yourself. I don't agree with
I
that.
didn't say. Hold on. Nobody said that you can't do it. You can do it. It's the conditions in which you do it in that we're discussing. So yeah, she can take care of that. And that's a crazy way already. I don't like how you're thinking about it. She can't. Just so you know, she can't. First of all, she can't. She can't. You haven't seen it happen.
You brought up my mother, right?
Yeah.
She did it. That's how
and she was struggling. Hold on, wait. So you saw your mama being a strong black woman, and now you want to put that shit on every woman like, oh, well, my mama did it. That's your problem. You said you saw your mama do it.
Well, I'm just saying, you said women. Old genders.
Because who gonna take care of the baby, brother?
Old genders should be able to take care of the baby.
But hold on. I live in reality. I'm not living in the whatever world you live in.
I'm being realistic, bro.
Okay.
I'm not everything I said is not far-fetched, and it's not like I'm just talking out of opinion. Everything I have said, it can happen, and it does happen.
But 50,000 30-something years ago is not the same to 50,000 today. And I'm going to assume that that's 50,000 before taxes.
Oh yeah, that's net. Really, that's gross. I mean, that's 50,000 gross.
I'm just like, okay, so you make 50,000, and I have a 3-year-old who is in daycare full time, and it's 3,000 a month just for daycare.
I feel like that's a choice to pay $3,000 a month, because it's different. Through every daycare is not going to be $3,000 a month. That's a choice that you make. Understand?
Yeah.
Being honest, that's not free. I haven't heard.
You don't have to put your child in $3,000 a month daycare. You're right. And some people put their children in. I don't know if you ever heard the phrase, though, you get what you pay for. Some people put their,
correct. And I pay for safety. I can watch her all times of the day. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with.
You got to do what you got to do. You're not judging the people that can't do it. Yeah.
But for me, I'm paying for safety because, like, they have state-of-the-art security, all that. So yes, I do pay probably too much. But what's too much for my daughter's safety?
No, for sure. No, for sure.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Jazzy said, "Free your baby mama." My mission said.
All the comments that you gonna read, bro.
No, they sent the cash out, brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not reading. I didn't read the comment. That was somebody paid. Ali said,
you want to read that. Be real, you can want to read that one.
I gotta read them if they send them to me. Ali said, how dusty was your mama church? How dusty was your mama church wig? Hold on, man.
You read them is crazy.
Hold on, man. I gotta read these. Brother, I gotta read these, man. Mom Mitchell said, is the caller still living with his mom? Can he pay her mortgage? Shock said, my mind is glitching. Is he saying no one should do anything without a guaranteed future outcome? That's dumb. Also, that is. Moses said 5 on this fool, 70K, talking like this. Humble pie is right around the corner. And Bud Mitchell said 2 on him. Get off this live and go run the noise. I can't read this, Ali. Hold on. Ali said, how dusty was your mama church wigs? Living off the government? I think that's what she said. Go ahead. Go ahead, Wade. Yeah, bro. I gotta read the cash outs when they send them. That's law. Cash out super chats get read. Go ahead.
I'm looking at it. I think when 2 people advocate, both people are involved usually in raising it, and they should be. I don't see what sports book is trying to say. And also, when I was growing up, also like I think the phrase "it takes a village to raise a child" come through, because it wasn't just my mom and my dad offering taking care of me physically, financially, whatever. Aunties, uncles came to play, grandmas came to play, the neighborhood. I don't that fine lady chooses to pay 3,000, and that's cool. Nothing's worth the safety of your child. Also, the neighborhood granny down the block. I think a lot more factors come into play than just the two people.
I want professionals handling my children. my mama said, "Hey, I ain't gonna hold you." My mama sent me one of the best. She was the best. She was the sweetest lady. You know what I'm saying? She was beautiful. I love her down. She passed away a long time ago.
My grandma,
yeah, my mama, no. My mama didn't send me to my grandma, but she sent me to like a local daycare or whatever, right? It was in the 80s though, right? And I remember it. I remember her picking me up from school every day. I remember I told y'all I've talked about her. We watched soap operas every day at her house. Like I knew the storyline for all my children and all that shit, right? Like I was on it. And it was a good, it was good. But no, I want to send my child to be with professionals if I can, because they do. Now, if you can find like if my mom or the aunties or whatever, if they're going to like actually engage with the child and like what I'm saying, like be cool, because it ain't like you just send your kids to daycare and they just in fucking daycare like just sitting there twiddling their thumbs watching TV. Like they be in daycare, they be active, they have activities for them, they engage with the children get their needs met, in good daycare. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you just give your baby to some person that's doing it for free, though they may love them, they're not actually doing the things that the children need to do to develop the child the most. And I want my child to develop, especially at that age, because it's really important when they're really young. You want them to develop the best that they can. Right? So just giving them the big mama, it's cool if you gotta do that, right? But what the fuck is big mama gonna teach them? You know what I'm saying? Like big mama just gonna sit there and let them play.
At least up until you go to daycare, up until pre-K, I believe now.
Yeah. Well, you go after too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. In terms of after, yeah, both parents should be involved. I don't know why that's the argument.
No. Sports wasn't saying both parents shouldn't be involved. He was just saying that that each parent should be able to have a child. I'm sorry. Each parent should be able to pay 100% for the child, no matter what. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
No, that's like if two people get into a date, you know what I'm saying? You should expect, the other, God forbid, unless, death or something. But, two people should be, if you're going in on one side, you should expect help from the other co-parent, if that makes sense.
Yep. Go ahead. No limit.
So you want me to hit all of them or just?
Nah, you can pick whatever one you want to pick.
All right, so I'm gonna run through it. Child support should not be abolished. Child support is for the mother. I will agree with that. If the mother needs child support, she should give the child to the father. That's debatable because the father could be a lot of things.
Negligent. So you think child support is for the mother? Okay. In what way is child support for the mother?
Normally based off of numbers, the women are the ones receiving child support. Now, if you are a father as to where you can show and provide that you can get child support, that's reasonable. But normally that's not the case.
But how is it for the mother? Child support is it's for the child, right? That's why it says child support.
So
do children not cost money? Children
do cost
money. Okay, so if children cost money and then the man is giving money, then how is the money for the woman? Isn't it for the child?
The woman has the obligation on running those finances that are provided to her for said child.
That doesn't make any sense. Say it again. What are you trying to say?
The woman runs the money.
Because she has the child, but the money is not for her; it's for the child, right? Because the child can't pay their own rent. The child can't pay The child can't go grocery shopping, so yeah, she has to do the legwork, but the money is going towards the child.
I think I misunderstood the problem,
Okay.
and I understand what you're saying now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, sports.
No, I was just gonna say, all right, for is no limit. Are you saying that the mother used the funds for other uses?
She can.
She should. She should use it for whatever the fuck she want to use it for. Is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
It don't matter.
But isn't that for the child? No, I guess my question is, shouldn't all the money go for anything the child needs instead of her own use?
What is okay? Let me ask you a question.
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm asking you, so we can understand. So your child is taken care of. I'm thinking you don't have a child. I'm saying hypothetical, right? Like, so
Yeah.
the child is always has food, has health insurance, clothes, everything. The child has everything it needs, right? Everything the child can need. Right? In this scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we're saying? I'm asking you. Are we on the same page with that? That the child has everything.
You asked.
Yeah. Like, because you're saying
I would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so the child has everything.
I would hope. Yeah.
Yeah. So the child has everything that the child needs. Okay. Cool. What does it matter where the money goes after? Like, does it matter to you?
It would. I mean,
why?
I wouldn't want.
Why? Why would it matter?
No, my bad. Somebody was calling.
Okay.
I wouldn't. If I was paying, let's just say $500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
If my child is just for that month, everything taken care of, the daycare, everything, she done did everything. I would expect her to put that $500 aside and not use it for anything. Like, let's just say, if she need gas, cool, I get that. Not tripping on that, because you need gas for the car, you need gas to ride my baby around. Need something for the house, cool. But when I say things for her, I mean like nails and hair and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have anything to do with the kid, I don't think she should spend that money on anything else. I know in certain states they have an actual card for child support.
Yeah.
So they can monitor the things. Yeah. So I think, me personally, I think every state should have that. As long as the money is not getting spent on her hair, her nails, or her clothes or something like that, cool. You spend it on the necessary, essential things.
So let me get this. Let me try to understand. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the well-being of the mother affects the well-being of the father? I mean, of the child?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. So the happiness of the mother, right, affects the happiness of the child, right?
Yep, I agree with that.
So wouldn't you want to make the mother happy so that they could be happy and take care of the child?
I think when it comes to hairs and nails,
whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I don't. You can. You using the example of hair and nails is just your example. I'm not about to fight you on the example. I don't care what it is. I'm just saying that. I'm saying. So you disagree with me that you don't want the mother to be happy, right?
If getting hair or nails or feet done is the mother's happiness, don't use that with the money I pay child support for.
Yeah.
Don't use that with that money. Why are you using my money to get your hair done?
Well,
that's child support money for my child.
It's not though. That's what I'm saying. That's just like a weird way to look at it, because the money just goes into her bank account, let's say, right? It doesn't matter how it gets spent. Like I said, if your child has everything, it's contributing to that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no way to split that up. There's no, like, I don't care if she's a multi-millionaire. You should still pay child support.
Well, can I say this?
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how much money she has. That is still your child. You still should pay child support. And if she, quote unquote, uses that money to get her fucking lashes done, Who cares?
That's irresponsible.
Hold on, wait. But how is it irresponsible when the child has everything the child needs? Where's the irresponsibility happening?
I'm not paying for your hair. I'm paying for you to take care
You
of my
haven't
child.
answered. That doesn't negate. That does not make it irresponsible. It doesn't make it irresponsible. So if you want your child, let me tell you. If you want your child to have a separate account where you invest, you do that for your child. That money that she's spending is not for that. That money that you're giving her, that child support, it's not for that.
It's child support, not mom support.
It's both.
It's child support.
You can't, hold on, brother. You can't separate the mom from the child. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You can't separate the child from the father either.
Yes, you can easily. You're not with your kids. What you talking about? You can easily separate. You can easily separate the father from the child.
Stop putting the S on mine.
Brother,
Don't put no S on
you not with your kid. You can easily separate the father from the child. That's easy. That shit happens every day, all day. And by the way, it ain't even you can separate it. Fathers separate themselves from their children. Nobody does it to them. Fathers do it
Let me
willingly.
say this. If I pay to get my daughter in weekly and I pay child support on top of that, right? Then
pay more. Pay more. Ain't no problem. Who said that's a problem?
So you shouldn't. So the woman should be taking my money, my hard-earned money, and using it to splurge on her. If you're in a relationship, you get your new boyfriend to do that. If you date somebody, you messing with a guy, you get him to do that. You don't take my money and spend it. I work hard for that money. Now,
so wait, do you know? So I don't know if both of you guys know. So you guys both know that women who have children make less money than women who don't have children, right?
That's not true.
Hold on, that's not my opinion. So you don't retort or rebuttal with that's not true because that's your opinion. That's not my opinion. That is fact, right?
So you say even if a woman is college educated,
it doesn't matter. A college educated woman without kids makes more money than a college educated woman with kids. Yes, doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe you have input or say on how the money is spent. If Uncle Sam is directing that money into her account, that's just me personally.
So what's the point of the child support card?
Because a bunch of weird niggas came together and was trying to punish and control the women, and they was like, we want to put it on a card so we can see where the money going, even though you're giving her fucking $300 a month. That's pretty mean.
Or was it because the mother was misusing the fund?
You can't misuse the fund, sir. And once again, no, that wasn't the reason why. You don't know nothing about it. First and foremost, I know why they did it. It wasn't because, like I already said, it wasn't like the children were being neglected or abused, and they were like, "Oh man, the money's not going where the money needs to be going because there's a bunch of mistreated, abused children out here. Where's the money going? We need to track it." That's not what happened. It was literally men saying the same shit y'all saying. Oh, my hard-earned money, and they pushed for that. They pushed for that law, and then they got it changed in certain states. That's all it is. Has nothing to do with the children being neglected or the money needs to be spent here or there or whatever. Because the funniest thing about that damn card is it's so stupid. It's so dumb. You put $500 in the card. She gonna swipe that and she could pay for one thing and be done with that shit. Like one swipe, and that's that money gone. Pay insurance, money gone. Buy groceries, money gone. Daycare, money gone, and she got to put some money on top of it, right? Easily, she can swipe.
So okay, your 5-year-old got a 40-inch mustache. Like what? Your 5-year-old got acrylic tape. Like, who are you to tell me that this money is not going to the kids? Like, how are you tracking to make sure? Because some people, kids are of different ages. So if you have a teenager and you see, nail salon on there, you automatically track. Was that my kid's nails or was that your? Like, nobody is even tracking that like that. So it's dumb either way because she's still going to be able to buy whatever she wants from that card. And just say it was for the kid.
At the end of the day, y'all can sit up there and talk crazy, but a lot of women, right? I ain't gonna say my apologies. Some women, right? They put themselves in that position. Because the man to tell them first, I don't want this baby. I don't want this baby. And the woman go out there, hold up, and the woman to still go out there and have that baby.
He shouldn't have
And
skated in
that's
her. Move.
all.
Hey,
So
30
let
round.
me
Hold on.
finish.
Easy. Hold on.
And
30
that
round.
told
30
her
round.
ass,
30 round. 30 round.
y'all don't
I
want me to
don't
finish the
I don't want to care. I don't want to have that conversation. It's irrelevant conversation. First of all. Second of all, if you have sex with a woman unprotected, I don't give a fuck about you crying about it afterwards. You don't have anything to say afterwards. If you lay down with a woman unprotected, whatever happens, happens. You get HIV, your fault. You get chlamydia, your bad. You have a baby, your fault, your bad. You could have easily put a condom on, or could have kept your dick in your pants. You got a choice there. So I don't want to hear it. Once you choose to have sex with her, because you didn't need to have sex with her, as soon as you choose to have sex with a woman, whatever happens after that is 100% on you, not on anybody else.
the same people, y'all the same people, right? In these other comment section, laughing at that girl that just got pregnant by Anthony Edwards, laughing and joking and saying how she's stupid and all that. These the same people that saying, hey,
Who you talking about? Who is y'all?
These the same people.
You just making up stuff. You just making up stuff. You making up stuff. I don't even know. I don't even know nothing about Anthony Edwards or his baby mama. 30 round. I don't know.
Nobody knows
I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I know who Anthony Edwards is. I don't know nothing about what's going on with him or his baby mama right now. And you trying to derail the conversation again. You trying to do this weird shit, bro. Stop. Nobody cares.
Stay focused.
Nobody cares.
Back to that conversation. Keep trying to separate the two between she's spending this money on herself versus she's spending this money on my baby. When, like he keeps saying, if the baby has everything that they need, you cannot differentiate the two. You don't know if you give her $300 and that $300 goes in her bank account. You don't know which $300 she spent on her nails versus which $300 she spent on groceries for the baby. How do you differentiate that? It all goes to the same pot. Your baby is fed, clothed, has a roof over their head. They eat every day. They are well taken care of. They're clean. Your child support is being used on your baby. Point
I
blank.
have no problem with child support shenanigans. I'm not saying we can do away with child support. What I'm saying is
that's not what I said. You said I said y'all are trying to control exactly what the money is spent on, as if you know where and how this woman is spending her money when you can't do that.
What I can say is it is a reimbursement. I understand it's a reimbursement. But once everything is reimbursed, now what? I just don't agree with the fact that, the money should be spent on anything besides the child.
Okay, so what if she pays for everything and the money that you're giving her subsides for her?
That's what I asked him already, though, didn't it? That's what I asked him.
I mean, like, she's not spending it on like logical things like nails or hair. She's spending it on like grandbags. But your child, she's spending on what? What's a grandbag?
Whatever it is, it don't matter. I said that earlier, no limit. I was saying it don't matter if the baby is taken care of. Who cares? And it's so funny how I did a video on this a long time ago on this idiot who was in family court, and he said that same stupid shit Sports just said. He was like, "Oh, I would want money to be invested in an account." I was like, "What? Why do y'all all of a sudden now y'all motherfucking fucking what's that motherfucking name? Dave Ramsey. Now y'all Dave Ramsey. Now y'all want to invest. Now y'all want to invest all your money and shit like that. Like, you're not doing that now, sir. You're not doing that now. Like, stop playing with us. Stop acting like that's the thing. Like, oh, shit, put the $500 in an account. No, you put an extra $500 in an account.
That would be the logical thing.
That's not logical. The logical thing is give that woman her fucking money and be quiet. That's the logical thing. You got to stop applying that word logic to things that ain't logical.
Disassociated with the relationship, you care for it. Like what?
What do I care? What do I care about where my money going?
How much do you think it costs to raise a baby a month? You think it costs more or less than? You think it costs more or less than $500 a month to raise a baby?
I think it costs more.
Okay, so if you giving her $500, right, and it costs more than $500 to raise a baby, isn't it safe to assume all that money is going to that baby?
No, it's not safe to assume. No.
How do you compute that logic? How does it?
That's not dumb. What you just told me, you literally just said it doesn't matter what she do. So how do I know all that 500 is going to that?
Hold on, wait. Oh, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying, Sports. Listen what I'm saying. She gets $4,000 a month from her job, right? You give her $500. She got $4,500 now in her account, and she start living her life like normal, right?
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. Meaning the kids got food, the kids got shelter, the kids got hot water, the kids got cell phones if they need to, whatever they need. They got Wi-Fi, they got all that shit, right? The kids got all that shit that they need, right? And you know that the nut, right, the overall cost for that baby is more than significantly more. Let's double it. Let's say it's $1,000 a month, which is probably more than that. But let's just be safe. Let's say it's $1,000 a month to take care of that baby. You gave her 500 of the 1,000, which you had, right? Now, because of that, though, now she's not in poverty. Now she's not struggling. You know what I'm saying? Because of that extra 500. Now she can do some things for herself, like take care of herself, cosmetically, right? You're saying that she shouldn't be able to do that?
I don't agree with that. Not with my
It's not with your money. It's
That
not
was
saying
your
that.
money.
It's not
my bad. It's with the child's money. It's with the child.
No,
Can I ask y'all a question?
it's with
the
her.
child's
Hold on.
And can I ask
It's
y'all a
with
question?
her money. It's with her money.
It's with the child's money. I'm not
Hold on. I'm still talking. Shut up. I'm still talking. Don't talk over me. It's not with your money. It is not with the child's money. It's with her money.
I'll let you talk.
Then be quiet and stop talking over me. It's really that simple.
I'm grown.
I would have to if you would be quiet. I would have to.
Shut up.
I would have to. Then let me
Come
talk.
on,
Then be quiet and let me talk. Then be quiet and let me talk. Because how do you know I was even talking to you? It was two of y'all talking over me. So why did you feel like the shut up was for you? Because you need to shut up?
No, because I'm grown as hell.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't talking.
Tell me to shut up.
Anyways, like I was saying, don't crash out. It's really not that serious. Stop talking over people.
Come on,
I don't have the need to tell you to be quiet.
Respect.
Use some emotional control.
Respect.
It's not the first time you've been told to shut up. Don't crash out over it.
Gang, just stop on mute.
It's not very becoming of a grown man to crash out over being told to shut up. Like, please. Show some of that emotional control that men are known for, right? All right. There we go. So, like I was saying, goodbye. It's not your money. It's not the kid's money. It's her money. Because like he just said, if you're only giving her $500 a month and you admitted that it costs way more than that to take care of a kid, why are you assuming because she has nails, she specifically spent your $500 to get those nails? Or she specifically spent your money to get that hair done? No, she spent all your money. She got groceries. She paid for that extra bedroom she needed for your baby. She paid for daycare. She paid for all that's been paid for. Your money's gone. Now she's spending her own money on her hair, her nails, and whatever the hell else she wants to do. It's so crazy that y'all see your baby mama living above the poverty line and you start crashing out. How dare you not be under a bridge somewhere? You shouldn't have a penny left over for a pack of gum. And if you do, that's my money. If you have money left over to buy you some Chick-fil-A at the end of the month, why are you spending my money? Who said it was yours? I am so sick of you poverty-stricken, ungrateful bastards.
Stop having babies. What happened? He dropped?
Yeah, see, they had a mute battle, basically. Long story short.
Oh.
Can I speak now?
Hold on. Stop offering up. Reese said, stop offering up other people's labor, JD Vance. Aqua said, sad part is if children born into poverty stops abuse if children of poverty stops, abuse on women will increase. Look at the behavior of men who lose access to women who live fairly well. Imagine losing access to women in poverty too. Brianna said, these men never consider children with special needs and the cost associated. You got to tell me. These special need babies they got some. Hey, special need babies got special needs, and the needs be money. They need cheese. These niggas, oh my god. Aqua said, we should birth in better environments, but it's still risk 5 on him. Yeah, ultimately, I would love it. The argument isn't never. The argument is never poor people shouldn't have babies. The argument is why are there poor people? That's the shit that I hate. Like people always be talking like people ain't gonna like we just gonna stop lunching this shit. That's not practical. That's fine. The birth rate's declining. I'm with all of that shit. Trust me, I'm down for all of that shit. But at the same time, that's not the solution. The solution isn't for nobody to have fucking babies that's poor, because then nobody would have babies. Because everybody fucking poor. 98% of the globe is poor. That's not the solution. Isn't that's not a long-term solution. That is a short-term solution to a long-term problem. Like, trust me, I'm all down for not having babies and keep your legs closed and keep your seeds in your nut sacks and all. I'm with all of that shit. I'm with all of that shit. But I'm also not a fucking idiot that's gonna sit up here and say, yeah, poor people shouldn't have babies. Like what? That's
People
crazy.
also fall in and out of poverty. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Hold on. I got 2 more. Cecilia said, so she should only get it if she's struggling. The child has needs regardless of income. That's what I was saying, Cecilia. I said, I don't care if your baby mama is a millionaire, you still need to pay child support. I don't know what to tell you. I don't care if your baby mom is Kim Kardashian, you still need to pay child support, and a hefty amount too. Logic said, if these guys were honest, they tell you it's not about the well-being of the child, it's about control. That's always what it's been about. Okay, go ahead, 30 man. No, now you can't.
Oh, you want to talk so bad when I was talking?
I was trying to, but hey, look, when you told me to be quiet, I was quiet, Miss Shan. So,
all right, we hear you now. We listen.
You're right.
I crash out on you. I know you're a woman. I
love it. Thank you.
Yeah, you like that. That's what I wanted to know though. For real, at the end of the day, do y'all think women should pay child support?
Of course.
All right. That's all I want to know. That's the only question I want to ask.
Of course, women should pay child support if they don't have a baby. if they don't have a baby, yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. So like, even if the man, like, let's say the man don't want to be with the woman, right? And he like, all right, I don't want to be with you, but she's saying, I don't want this child. You know, I want to go off and do me, right? And the man take the baby in, or she drops the baby off at her mother's house relentlessly. Do you think that she still deserves child support even though she's not taking care of that child?
As long as that baby, as long as she's a custodial parent, yeah, she deserves child support. And if you, why are you letting your baby get dropped off?
I said the grandmama, the baby.
Give it to the grandmama. Yeah, give it to the grandmama.
But why are you letting the granny raise the baby?
No, that's on her.
No. See, ain't that some shit? It's not on her. It is on you, because you that baby daddy. Like, what are we talking about?
No, what I'm stating is, if I have my weekends, right, and then
weekends. I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait.
My fault. 30 round. My fault.
If I have my weekends and I have my state issued weekends where I have to pick up my child for this specific weekend, and the weekend after that, and then but throughout that, I'm noticing and I'm finding out that she's dropping my child off at her grandmother's house every day.
Go get your baby, 30 round. Okay. What are we talking about? If you notice her, if you don't like that, she's dropping the baby off at the granny house. Go get your baby. That's your baby.
Sorry, Paul. You say you never on the weekend. I know this is not your situation.
Oh, I'm just using an example.
I know. It's an example. But even in your example, if the man has the kid for the weekend, why is the mom dropping off the baby to the grandma during the week? Don't she gotta go to work? You talking about child care?
I mean, is that child care?
Yeah, that's child care. Oh,
what do you mean? If she with the mom all week, the mom has to work.
Is that child care though? Because let's say she might be off on the thumb. A lot of women like to go out on Thursdays and stuff like that.
Mama need a life too. You get 5 days without the baby. Like what?
baby out with you.
You out of your mind.
In the afternoon,
You clocking how much time she gets away from the kid. You away from the kid all week.
Yeah, y'all some real haters. That's all I got to say.
I am a hater. I ain't gonna lie.
You are a hater, I know.
I'm not gonna let my baby. Because it's funny because when a man do that,
you are letting your baby. Because you know she's going over to grandma's house, so you ain't going to pick her up. So you are.
Oh, I did. Listen, I just got to talking to y'all about this. I try to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
That was a wild statement when you said it the first time. That was a wild statement when you said it the first time, 30 round. And it's wilder today that you slept on it and then reiterated that shit. That's crazy.
No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, right? If I'm going on a date with my girl, then I'm taking my daughter with me on the date. And so I'm able to have fun with both of them at the same time. But when a woman do it,
I don't like it.
When I do it.
It is a problem when you do it. That is a problem.
It's okay, right? It's supposed to be okay.
Nah, that ain't okay.
I think the big is different. It's not okay either way. Like, I mean, unless you know that man and y'all engage, whatever y'all have got to that point, play the kids out the date. But the biggest difference is that you have all week to entertain your girlfriend. You get your baby on the weekend, and that's it.
That baby ain't met that other man. He already told us.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying the scenario. Like,
okay. I was like, wait, if that baby ain't met that other man.
I hear you. I'm just talking about in this scenario. If you're gone all week and the mom has a baby, you have all week to entertain your girlfriend.
What about work all week, Chan?
The 2 days you get to spend with your daughter to make her share that time with your girlfriend.
Chan, what about work all week, Chan?
Too fucking
figure it
bad.
out. You're a working parent.
Too bad.
Everybody has to deal with shit like that. She works all week too.
Too bad. That's why you shouldn't be a weekend warrior. That's why you should get the baby during the week too. Split the shit up.
That's why. Bro, y'all always got a defense mechanism. Some type of.
Hold on, wait. I gotta read these. Andrea said, daycare is $200 plus. $200 a week equals $800. $500 child support don't cover much. It don't. Tanita said, man, Rob here. Tanita said, why you taking care of yourself and my child? Exactly. That's how these niggas sound. Catch Me Outside said, to the Dusties, why lay down with a woman you don't trust? Because they trusted her. Reese said, 30 is just remedial. At this point, Tanita said, quote, so y'all just gonna be fair across the board? Tanita said, quote, mothers like to have fun. I don't like it. I thought 30. He just said he a hater. Ali said, until he do right by that baby mama, I hope he suffer. Oh, that's crazy. I'm supposed to run.
He knew it. Talking about everything a man do. No, that you get 2 days a week and you choose to make them split that time between you and your girlfriend. That just shows the type of parenting you're doing. Like, I'm not including my kid on a date because it ain't gonna be much of a date. I'm gonna be too wrapped up in the damn kid. But you so focused on trying to do both at the same time. How much attention are you really paying that kid?
So you only get your baby 2 days a week, and you want to spend the time splitting your attention with some woman you hunching on. Brother.
That's bad for your relationship with women
and the kids. Both relationships are suffering.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
both relationships are suffering in that instance, bro. Every other way? Oh no. Can't be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand sometimes, but it's not gonna be, every single time you're able to, make that work and have it separate. But to make that a normal thing that like every time your kid's there, your girlfriend gotta be there too, that's your kid don't like that either. I promise you they don't.
Hell no. That baby don't want to split that time with that woman. Some random, I don't care if she like that woman. My baby love me and his mama. My baby also be coming to me like, hey dad, do you think we can go out just you and me?
Right.
Hey dad, hey, I was wondering, remember when we went to that place that one time? You think you and me can go? I'm like, yeah, bro, we can go. And then he'll tell his mom. You had all week to talk to her. This is my time. That's what I'll be saying. Like, yeah, man, y'all like the babies for real. And hey, and it shows. And it shows. Y'all like the babies for real. And it shows. That shit suck. I hate that for y'all.
I thought I was the bad guy. What the fuck?
You might be bad. Sierra said, very preschool study shows 7 to 1,200% ROI within his lifetime of the money invested in early childhood programs. What's a better investment? 7 to 1,200%? Just from it, making sure your baby getting read to and getting played with and stuff, getting talked to and shit. Yeah, whatever money you spending is worth it. Beto Kids has said, how to avoid child support. Take full custody. You won't. Or wrap it the fuck up. Or stop screwing like animals. You got a lot of choices there. I like those options. Teresa said, we're about to find out why she cursed 30 round. We about to find out why she cursed 30 round mama out. Oh man, what happened to Kevo or Kevo? Kevo, you came up on the YouTube, brother. I seen you. I don't know where you went though. Bougie introvert, what's good with you?
Okay, I was trying to say this. I was a single parent before my kids got older.
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you. Real low.
Can you hear me now?
You're muffled.
Real muffled and low. Barely hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
Okay. So as a retired single parent, because all my kids are gone.
Nice.
When you as men do not pay your child support or don't pay it on time, and the mother covers that, who do you think suffers? Not the kid. Hell, not even you. The mom does.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she was going to do for herself or whatever other extra stuff she had on the side is null and void until you send her that money or until her next paycheck hits. However she has to give it. So when you're talking about your money, it's no longer your money when it leaves your hands. You're trying to collect something that no longer belongs to you. It's like you're trying to Indian it. You can't. It's no longer your money. It belongs to her. And I don't. And y'all think that because let's say you gave it to her on Tuesday and on Thursday she got the nails done, that she spent your money.
I mean, if you got a third party dictating when, where, and how you give somebody money, it's not your money.
It's never your money. It's technically their money. The third party was. You had to give it to the government for the government to give it to her. The government gave her money.
Yeah.
Oh, the government paid her.
You still ain't giving her money because you ain't giving her money.
So you're trying to track and collect for it.
I think that's the whole point. The moms, like you said, like the kids don't suffer because the mom is going to find a way. She'll go without damn near food if it means making sure kids have everything they need. And they know that. They understand that. But that's the point. They want the mom to suffer. That's the whole point.
That could have been avoided.
And that's factual to me. If you know that the mother's happiness matters, and it matters to the child to see their mom happy, why would you want your mom to be happy? Like you don't understand how much of a female trait that is. Like y'all really giving hate.
Like we don't talk about bitter baby daddies enough at all.
Girl. And it's way more of them than there are of us. And we outnumber them. Crazy. I just want to say that I'm at work, y'all.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk a whole lot more about the bitter baby daddy phenomenon because it's crazy how the moms, the ones that have the kids, got this like bitter jacket to wear when, as we can hear from these men, they be the bitter ones. They want the mother of their children to suffer, to be miserable. She can't have shit. God forbid she move on and then she don't need nothing from you because her new man taking care of it. You're gonna be mad about that too.
I feel like that's the ones that's paying Uncle Sam though, realistically. The ones that's not paying Uncle Sam, they can give a fuck less.
What do you mean?
Like exactly that. The ones that get put on child support and have to pay out their pockets every time a month, you gotta pay a certain amount. Those are normal.
Oh, you're saying they're the only bitter ones?
Yeah.
Oh no, they all whether they paying or not. You'd be surprised how bitter a man who ain't giving you one red cent.
can be.
Yeah, I couldn't be that pressed about a woman that's taking care of a kid that I just left on.
You'd be surprised. I mean, it's not my personal experience.
He just said that apparently from what I've heard from stories in the comments, he's a 4-day-a-month daddy. And a 4-day-a-month daddy don't have any type of rights to be talking about any type of money.
And they talk the most. They talk the most because a 4-day-a-month daddy feel like that's better than no daddy at all.
That's 48,
feel real
that's 48 days out of the year. Nah,
exactly. But he feels real cold because he feel like it's men out here don't never see their kids. I see you twice a month.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. By the way, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So I just wanted to read out the topic and respond to it. It says child support should be abolished. Child support is for the mother. If a mother needs child support, she should give the child to the father. So So I guess I'm going to answer the first question. No, child support should absolutely not be abolished. Because regardless as to the relationship between, the parents, the child is still here and has needs regardless. So child support should not be abolished because the child is still here and needs to be taken care of. And to take care of the mother is to take care of the child, whether they all are together or not. So, no, child support absolutely should not be abolished. Child support is for the mother. Well, it's for the mother and the child. That would be my answer to that question. It's for both because you can't just take care of the child without taking care of the mother, and you can't just take care of the mother without taking care of the child. It's a team. It's a team unit. So it's for both. Now the last part, if a mother needs child support, she should give the child to the father. I don't know if I'm ready to cuss on that because if the mother needs child support, she should get the child support. It may not always be safe for the mother to give the child to the father. Even if the father in principle should have the child, it may not be safe for that child to be around their father.
I mean, yeah.
So for me, it would have to depend on, is the father stable financially, emotionally? Is the father abusive? Or is the father stable, kind, generous, and emotionally intelligent? Because if the father is kind, stable, and emotionally intelligent, then I would argue that, yeah, absolutely, she should give the child to the father at least part-time or full-time, or work out a custody agreement where they spend equal time. But if the father is not safe, then the child should be nowhere near the father.
Yeah, I disagree on the part that, yeah, if the child's not safe, if the father's not safe, then yeah, the child should be near the father. But I don't think that she should have to give her child up because she needs child support. Even if the father is a great man and he's awesome or whatever, give him, he should have some custody. If he's a good father, he already is going to have some custody of his kid. I feel like that should go hand in hand. Like, if he's such a great man, he wouldn't be living in the world not having custody of his kids at all. But giving away full custody simply because she needs child support, I don't understand where that logic even comes from. It's like saying if you need 2 people to support a child, you don't deserve the child. So, because that's how 2-parent households work, right? Like, I understand that, yes, y'all broke up, y'all are not in a 2-parent household, but that's the whole point of child support, so that a child doesn't have to suffer because 2 adults couldn't work it out. So the same amount of money that you would be spending, really less, but let's pretend it's the same. The same amount of money you would be spending on this child if they were in your household, you still have to spend on them if they are no longer in your household. So it's not if you need child support, you lose custody. That doesn't make sense.
Because everybody needs, like, whether you, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody needs and deserves, every child, let's make it about the kids. That's what this is about. Every child deserves the income from two parents to have the best outcomes.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that for sure. I guess I'm interested in public's take on, their child going to the father, because I guess, like, my instinct is that depending on the arrangement, like, there should be an equal amount of time between the mother and the father if both parents are safe and both parents are stable.
What? You said what's the difference?
I guess there's a lot of things playing back in that.
Yeah, I missed. But what were you saying? What did you say, Tony?
So what I was saying is there's that last part of your the last part of the screen where it says, if a mother needs child support, she should give the child to the father.
Yeah, Matt. Well, I was
saying that needs. I was saying that needs more nuance to me, because should the child automatically go to the father if she needs child support, because the father may not be safe?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but you also said that if the father is safe and is a good person, then the child should go to the father, and that's the part I disagreed with.
Okay, well, okay. I mean,
like, it doesn't matter how safe he is.
All right, I'm going to apologize
because I custody just because she needs child support.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the part I wouldn't agree with that. So you know what? I apologize. I misspoke, because what I actually should have said, what I meant to say was that the father should absolutely see and have the child at least some of the time. Like, it should be a custody agreement where the time between the father and the mother, at least in my opinion, should be equal if the man is safe. Even if the mother needs child support, like, the child support shouldn't make a difference to who has custody or not.
I agree, and I think that's the ideal situation for both parents to have the same amount of custody, but it's just not always, like, doable for many different reasons. And I think people don't pay attention to how, like, even in a lot of situations where they do have 50-50 custody, it's like the added burden ends up being on the mother for that to even happen. Because if they don't live in the same city and the kid has to go to, they live in two separate school districts or whatever, it's typically the mother that is making the sacrifice to make sure the child can spend just as much time with the dad as the mom. She's the one driving out of her way to get the kid to school, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's me. I know.
Sounded personal. Tonight just said they should be more stingy with the D instead of with their money, which is a fact. What'd you say, Joe?
No, I was saying right before I clicked off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I muted up. That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, that scenario sounds great. That both parents should have some level of custody or spend time with the kids. But that depends on where they live. Do they live in the same state? Do they live in the same city? Do they live in the same, school district? That's exactly what I was saying right before I hopped on.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of factors that play into that.
Logistics matter.
Right.
Logistics matter for sure.
Actually.
For without a doubt, logistics. I mean, unless you rest in peace of Kobe, but unless you Kobe and you got a helicopter, like you got to figure that shit out. Like, driving an hour, 2 hours. I knew the homie. I used to go with the homie to pick up his son. They met halfway, and it was like a 2.5 hour drive. Like, halfway was 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they would meet halfway, and I'm like, at the time I didn't think that. But when I got older, I was like, why the fuck would you live 5 hours away from the? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't. I couldn't do that.
With him 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, I'm like, either we gonna do. I got summers, and you got. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not about to fucking drive fucking 2.5 hours. Like, that's crazy. That shit was cool, but he did it. See, like, he was dedicated. He a dedicated daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a dedicated daddy. But yeah, that was just wild to me. I was like, nah, bro. Y'all, we gotta. When I got older, I literally like. I remember that was one of the things that I like thought about. Like when I had kids, I thought about how crazy that scenario was because I was like, would I do that? Like I would not. I'm either living by the kids or I'm not. And it wasn't his fault. She left. He lived where they met and where they, you know what I'm saying? She was the one that moved 5 hours away. It wasn't that he moved 5 hours away. She moved 5 hours away, but she got custody too, which fucked up for him, right? So she moved 5 hours away, had custody, and then he still was like, I'm still gonna take care of my baby. I'm still gonna see my baby, and he drove 2.5 hours to get the baby. I think he would get him every week, if not. Shit, it was something like that. Oh no, it wasn't that because they went to school. It happened a lot though, because I went with him at least 3 times in like a 2-month span. So I don't know. Yeah, I just be in the whip, knocked out the whole time. We'd get there. I'm like, damn, nigga been on the road forever.
That's a lot of gas, but I think that absolutely demonstrates that there was nothing that was going to stop him from being a presence in his child's life. Really remarkable.
Yeah, 100%. Is it Naya? I'm sorry. How do you say your name? Never mind. Teresa said child support should be abolished and moms should get the same amount of money as folks that foster kids. We should also have Swiss. What's that? I can't read the rest of that. Swiss Rand German med. Swiss education and German medicine. Okay. Yeah, I think so. So Swiss education and then German medicine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that'd be dope. Anywhere is better than America.
What's crazy is that I agree. Like, yeah, give the mama some money. But what's crazy is even like so there is like a child tax credit or whatever. Not even all moms get that or are able to qualify for that. Like they put income stipulations on even the child tax credit to where it doesn't even matter if you're a whole single mom. If you make more, are y'all requesting on accident? If you make more than a certain amount of money, and I don't even know exactly what that number is, then you don't even get the child tax credit.
Nope.
So it's like there's so many nuances to these men complaining about child support. Like even the mom like trying to stay close enough to you to where it's easy for you to see your kid. Maybe if you paid child support, that would help her be able to afford to live in the same area y'all live together in. Like you ever think about that?
Mm-hmm. I definitely don't qualify for that shit. Maybe. We ain't got no money, dog.
Why don't you qualify for child tax credits?
If you make over a amount of money, you don't qualify for that shit. I ain't had it. I ain't got no money back from the government.
You get the child tax credit no matter what if you have the kids and they're of age. Whether you get money or not depends on what tax bracket you're in.
Got you. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I ain't seen a tax return in 13 years. I ain't seen a tax return in 13 years. We ain't got no money. A lot of moves. A lot of moves.
Yeah, I'm single and childless, and I don't see.
I've been hoping and praying for a little something. You know what? I'll take break even.
I did get a stimmy check. I did get a stimmy check.
I got my stimmy. Yeah, I definitely got my stimmy, but I'll take break even. I'll take break even. I ain't gonna hold you.
The government is so petty. They be telling me I owe $25. What the fuck?
Stephanie said she owe $34 this year. Make it. Hey, tell them niggas make it enough.
What do you mean?
$34, nigga. You owe me. What the fuck?
Don't live in Ohio because Ohio, 100%. Ohio swallows people's money. Like
more than Cali?
Well,
I don't want to hear none of y'all complain. I don't want to hear not a near tax complaint from a state outside of California. Nobody suck up your tax rate in Cali. We got that shit in hands. Cali
I won't believe it if you say that you pay more because California is a blue state and they notoriously pay for more than a few red states.
Yeah,
and that
we pay taxes.
For California residents.
We pay no, but that's different though. You talking about Fed and state is different. The feds is the Fed. That money goes and pays for everybody else. Our state income tax, crazy. Cali, crazy. These niggas don't get. I feel like we get robbed every April. Them niggas just come in there and put the money in the bag, nigga. You already know the drill. I'll be like, again? Damn. All right.
Out of the wire where, Omar's coming. Remember that?
Yeah, they be getting you like they got old boy. What's his name? Shan that was on here yesterday. He got robbed at the ATM.
Oh, hey, who said that? Somebody did say they got robbed at the ATM.
It was
wasn't it Mello? It was Mello.
Yeah, Mello.
It was Mello. Mello said he got robbed at the ATM.
Mello said, yeah, man, I got stuck up at the ATM twice.
Lions.
Give it up smooth, goose.
Sucker. Give it up.
Down to lay down.
Hey, man.
First of all, they quicker to just hack your bank account than do all that. Like,
but he old though. He probably got robbed when the first ATMs was put out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got robbed at he used to go to the ATM inside the liquor stores. But when you
when they were still doing shit like that.
Yeah, you robbed me one time at ATM. That'll do it.
I can't even talk last time I had to go to an ATM.
Right. I'm like, who goes to the ATM?
If you ain't got Cash App, I don't know you.
Was that the same guy that said that he talks to his son about how you have to watch out for women, robbing you and playing you for
Yeah.
That was fun. That was funny.
He don't talk to his kids about shit.
Nothing. He spit on his kids. They don't like talking to that nigga because he already spitting.
But what's funny about that too is like personally, I'll just say this: when dudes get played like that, when women do play them, it's because dudes open themselves up for it.
What you mean?
Well, okay, I'll give you an example from my actual real life. This actually happened. I'm not making this up. I had a family member who was my roommate, and this family member moved a woman in off the street into our apartment that we shared out of nowhere. Out of completely nowhere. And I basically told him, I said, you can't do that. Like, we're supposed to, the agreement was that it was supposed to be the two of us living together. You don't get to move in a complete stranger that you supposedly just met into our place. Like, that's not cool. You don't do that. But they protested. I said, she's got to the end of the week. Arguments went down. She left. Then he brought her back. And then when he brought her back, I said, she can't stay here. And a couple of days later, she took the car that my roommate let her borrow behind my back.
It was your car? Or?
Yeah, it was my car.
He let a random woman that you didn't know borrow your car?
Yes. And then when the car disappeared and I found out that, she stole it, that's when I ultimately ended up kicking the both of them out. Because, I tell that story because this person likes to say, well, that's why you can't trust women. And it's like, but no, dude, you open that door. So
did you beat him up? Did you just kick them out? What did you do?
I swear that was my question. I swear.
Yeah,
because this shit made me hot. I'm like, what?
I say no, I didn't beat him up, but I did kick both of them out. So
better than me.
You can't trust women. You can't trust him.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Exactly. But he is the one saying, well, that's why you can't trust these women. It's like, no, that's why I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he said that to you?
Yes.
And you didn't beat him up? I beat the brakes off that nigga. I beat the brakes off that nigga, bro. If a nigga tell me that shit after he gave somebody my car and my car got stuff, like, yo, you just can't trust women, I would have beat the, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, nigga.
I ain't never been in a fight in my life. I would have beat him up.
The tussle, oh my God. All the furniture would have been fucked up. Oh my God, that's crazy. That nigga tell me that shit. Oh my God, bro. I can't even wrap my brain around that shit. Somebody telling me that.
I know.
The way my arms would be windmilling in the air.
I wouldn't even have knew what happened. I'd have blacked out and just woke up. It would have been blood everywhere. This leaking. This would have been dripping. I should have been like, what happened, man? What
Yeah, it was bad. Too much, and you know what? Honestly, I also partly blame myself because for me it showed me I was letting too much stuff slide up until. So I also take blame.
Bro, that's a crazy ass story.
Yeah.
And what happened?
The 30 crown shot.
Oh, in real life though, not on the internet, nigga. Real life, like for real shit. You know what? Here's the thing. I wouldn't even. I don't even owe. He don't owe me a fade after that. That's not a fade. I'm the only one that can win that fight. You see what I'm saying? Like there ain't no like we gotta run. No, nigga, I gotta whoop your ass for that one, right? So I would have waited till his ass was asleep.
Says, yo, we gotta fight first, then we can talk about the rest.
I'd have waited till that nigga was asleep and woke his ass up with a left hook. And just he'd have to fight his way up out that sleep and just see. That nigga would have been sleep. He'd have went sleep 2 times. Went to sleep, woke up to go back to sleep. Cause I'm not about to just give somebody my car. Like what? And did they find the car? They found
She
the car.
came back with the car later that night after I had.
Oh, you had reported it though.
Yeah, I did have to report it because like.
Where'd she go? She went to go fuck another nigga.
For like 4 hours.
She went to go fuck another nigga in your.
Probably.
She went to go eat. She went to go eat another nigga.
Please.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm lying. You know that's where she went. A diabolical person like that. She went out.
Yeah. And, in retrospect, I should have never let him borrow the car to begin with to even have that amount of freedom.
Oh, he used to just have free like reign to borrow your car. Was this like your backup car?
To go to work. Yes.
This your backup car? Or this was your main car?
My main car. It was my main car. It was crazy. Yeah, I know.
I blame you. After hearing this whole story, I blame you.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's why I take the blame, but the point is that it's not really the woman's fault. No. And that kind of scenario does not happen with like 99.9% of women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not, you can't use that kind of stuff to say, well, that's why women can't be trusted. And that's what dudes do. And it just drives me crazy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna even hold you. That sounds like you should have chose better situation. Cause
I agree.
Man, wow, you let a grown man. This wasn't your relative, like your blood or nothing. This is just a friend.
No, it was a relative.
Oh, it was okay. It was a cousin?
Sibling.
It was a sibling.
You definitely should have beat him up.
Oh my God.
They used to that anyway. Y'all been fighting anyway.
It's a brother? Oh, I'd have choked my brother out. I'd have put that nigga to sleep. Oh my God. Hey, that nigga would have been snoring. I'd have had his ass straight out. He'd have been on the ground.
Yes.
My brother? Oh yeah. I'd have put that boy. I'd have put that old ass nigga in the. Oh my God. I'd have hurt that nigga so bad. Nigga so bad, bro. Like, what are you doing? My blood? Oh man, we grew up together. Yeah, you gotta go. And
my brothers are both over 6 feet tall, and they don't even play with me like that.
Nah, that's remember. You gotta wait. I'd have woke that nigga up with something sharp to his neck, like You already know what this about. You already know what time it is, homie. Do not play with me. You already know.
What did you just say
Damn.
about my brother?
I don't give a fuck. I ain't said nothing about that nigga. I'm getting on this. We on that nigga bumper. We on that nigga bumper every day. Matter of fact, that's an ass whooping every anniversary. Like when you really think back on that, because y'all know each other. Because I couldn't take see, I don't know about, I couldn't have took the disrespect forever. Like, I'll be out with the nigga. We'd be like, we had a cookout or something. We had Thanksgiving. This nigga get some turkey, and I'm gonna look at him and then remember that time. Nigga, that's a fade yeah, we're gonna have to fade until I get it out of my system.
And that's why I mean, shit about the car right back. You didn't lose the car. Like, okay, one fight, that's another.
It's the principle. Like you gave a woman my car, nigga, that was letting you use so you could get to work, and you an adult man. Oh no.
Yeah. And that's why you should be careful.
Every day. Every time I see him. For like the first, until he moved out, I'd have had to beat his ass every day. Then, like, in perpetuity, like every Christmas, every, every around, like all Aquarius season or whatever the fuck. Like, you got to beat that nigga up. That's crazy.
It be people like you where you at the function, somebody walk in, they immediately just start scrapping. You like, what the fuck? They just got here.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely that dude. Like I don't like that type of shit, man. I don't like that type of shit. That's crazy, bro. Well, hey, red and green pill. You live and you learn. Come on. What up, Bougie Bree? Appreciate you coming out, Tom. Bougie Bree, what's good?
I'm sorry, this is an accident.
Oh, okay. Bet. I hope you know what's going on. 504 Empress, what's popping?
Hey, I finally got on.
Yo, good with you.
Well, should child support be abolished? No.
Why not?
Well, because it's for the child. It's to take care of children. It's not. They need the support. It's sad that it has to be enforced, and that men don't automatically pay for their child. But that's the petty games they like to play.
That's right.
The crazy part is the men, they don't realize, even when they pay child support, unless they paying over $100K a year in child support, they're not even touching how much it really costs to take care of that child. And that mother is actually more financially
wait,
taking care of the
$100K
child
a year?
than they are. Yeah.
For a baby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who told you that, man?
No, because I need the best for my child.
So your baby costs $100K a year?
Oh, if I had one, yeah. Yeah, if I had one, yeah.
Man,
You gotta be wild. You gotta be quicker than that.
$100K a year, crazy.
Well, because I gotta be in a safe neighborhood, and I gotta be in a good school district, or they going to private school. Huh?
Oh, you said how much you need to make, or how much you gonna spend on the child alone?
The child alone.
$100,000 on the child?
Yes.
You raising the Kardashians? What the fuck? Y'all tripping. That's a bridge too far.
Because I want to put that money, they money to go into their college fund, all of that stuff. I'm talking overall, take care of help, all of that
That's
stuff.
$100K net, ma'am. That's not gross. That's $100K net. That's like $150,000 each. Like what? $150,000, $160,000 a year. Gross. That's crazy. On a kid? I love my babies. I must not love them that much. I 100,000. 100,000?
No. I'm saying if I get to that, like, if I'm at that point and I'm with somebody, we have a child together, like that's already, that conversation gonna be had already. When you pull them drawers down, we done already came to this agreement.
If you think I'm gonna argue with you and tell you to settle for less, you crazy. Because I'm not. I gotta reevaluate and move around some things in my personal life right now. Because I'm like 100,000. No, a year.
A year, I meant. It rounds up to like what?
That's $9,000 a month.
Okay, so $9,000 a month. So if you were with somebody, you told him, if you get me pregnant, you're gonna have to pay $9,000 a month to child support. No, that's how much it's gonna cost both of us equally.
Yeah, so you want
y'all gonna split it. Okay, gotcha.
Like $4,500 a month, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But see, I'm one of them people too that think if I'm married to somebody and we have kids and we get divorced, the kids don't move. We move. We need to get our own individual places because the child ain't gonna be disturbed.
Where the child goes? The child goes in the house.
The parents stay in that house and the parents switch in and out. We're doing that.
Yeah, I seen that, but what if you got other kids? But what if you got kids with other people and y'all move on, y'all just move? I ain't doing that. But I feel you though, whatever.
Well, obviously, yeah, and don't have kids with other people.
Yeah. Kids just ain't for you then. And I like that. I love that. Kids just ain't for you. Kids ain't for you.
No, they for me. It's just the right man. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
hear you. I mean, I think that, like you said, you want to have this thing where, like, if we don't have $4,000 each a month that we could, spend on this kid, we might not need to be having one. I'm not gonna argue with you about that. You probably won't need to spend $100,000 a year on the kid, but I mean, you could there's a way that you could for sure. Like $30,000 private school, $40,000 private school. That and it is gonna go to like it's including their college fund and all of that stuff. So that's
I get it. See, they going with $9,000 a month. They going to Harvard.
I don't want to. I put my kid because I can't. Is put my baby behind the power curve. That's what you're not gonna do.
Yeah, I'm with that. I respect it. Damn. Okay. Well, we learned something new, y'all. We learned something new. Them babies is expensive. I had no idea. Thank you for coming up 504. I didn't know. 20K for price. What we talking about? Change the prompt. I can't change the prompt. I only got like 30 more. I gotta go. We just gonna ride this one. What's good?
Somebody did say they paid $3,000 for childcare.
So the child support question. I just wanted to add. So I don't have any, but I hear people complain about child support a lot. So I don't know if y'all paid attention, but during the pandemic, all the courtrooms went to YouTube with Zoom, and they were broadcasting on YouTube so the lawyers can see. So I started watching the child support cases. And the conclusion that I've come to about the whole child support thing is what Shan was saying earlier, that child support is used to punish the women. I have seen a man make $200,000, $250,000, and he quit he was a veterinarian, he had a license.
I seen that.
And he did investments. Mm-hmm. And he quit his job to go work at Amazon, making $40,000 a year. So he did not have to pay that. We are not talking about that black lady that has her child support court that she be having there. These are real life judges. Mm-hmm. The amount of men that I see go and get girlfriends that have 5 kids, talking about I'm the provider of my household and my girlfriend don't pay bills. I need my child support lowered. Mm-hmm. When I say these cases is crazy, and you know that the men don't pay attention to how much children cost, For that man that was on here saying, I don't need to know where my $500 went, $500 to raise a kid is nothing with child care. Is at the minimum $200 a week. 200 times 4, that's 800. That means your $500 doesn't even cover child care. It does not cover housing. It does not cover food, clothes, school supplies, activities, gaming systems, tablets, Wi-Fi. It does not cover any of that. It doesn't cover gas. And it also does not cover when the mother has to take off from work and go to the doctor or school's closed because of the weather. They take you off, they have to find child care immediately. None of that is included. Men are getting a deal when it comes to child support.
That's why you're supposed to have a community. That's why you're supposed to have people that care about you.
But everybody doesn't have a grandmother.
Well, that sounds like
my parents are gone. My grandma is 70-something years old. You think I'm about to have my 78-year-old grandma watching the newborn? No, thank you.
Well, it sounds like y'all need to have a better understanding with family. See, on my family, mama, right? Mama love her grandkids. She ain't got no problem watching her grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And it's a problem. I noticed that a lot of women, they have fair relationships with their mother, and they don't like some women. They don't like them. And so y'all sit up here and judge, but you got a bad relationship with your mom.
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Shit, I see it all the time.
My mother is my father.
Before you just dropped, didn't you say she shouldn't be dropping the kid off to the grandma all the time? Now you coming up here to say the exact opposite of that?
No. I said if the kid, I said if the kid is being dropped off at the grandma's house, maybe the grandma should get child support.
That wasn't.
So you shamed a mom constantly dropping her kid off at the grandma's house. Yep. And now you're saying, oh, y'all need more support from the grandma. And y'all don't get along with y'all mama, so that's why you don't have it.
Tomato.
Exactly, because you just be fucking talking. And half the time, it's not about whether or not she gets along with her mom. It's the fact that, like we always say, you just came to prove the point again, single dads get more support than single moms because everybody assumes you're the mom. You knew what you was doing. You laid down and made that baby. You take care of that baby. That's how women and men treat mothers. But when it comes to a single dad, it's, oh no, poor him. Those babies need the nurturing of a woman in their life. So everybody, mama, grandma, auntie, girlfriend, want to come help that poor struggling man with his babies. Where nobody.
Damn, what's wrong with that, shenanigans?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. What's wrong with it is that it's only reserved for men, for single dads. When it comes to a mom, everybody leaves her out to the wolves to do it on her own. And then y'all turn around and brag about how single dads get better outcomes. It's not you that's getting the outcome. It's all the women around you that pitch in to help you that leave your baby mama high and dry.
Hey, that sounds like something that needs to be worked out amongst women.
What?
From what she just said, it sounds like something that needs to be worked out amongst women.
Why?
Because she just said that women, the man get more support as a single father in his community than a woman gets more support as a single mother. Well, it's something that needs to be worked out amongst women.
But men ain't supporting either group.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
I just bought my mama some Mary J. Blige tickets for Valentine's Day, front row, and she going out there with my daddy. So that's a lie.
What the fuck does that have to do with what he just said? Are you unwell?
Ain't got nothing to do with what I just said at all. Not even a little bit.
You are so unwell. The point
my mama gonna be out there with high boots on at the Mary J. Blige concert. That ain't got nothing to do with my mama. I love my daddy. That ain't got whatever kind of community y'all have with y'all people, y'all need to start projecting that on other people.
Okay, so back to the point of what we were talking about. Men, as a community, as a collective, do not support single moms or single dads.
my point was single dads get more support from other women in the community, not men. That's why Public said men isn't helping either group. And you're talking about Mary J. Blige tickets. That's not what the fuck we're talking about.
I was calling an example out of it. But
that's not an example. That's not what we were talking about.
No, because I feel like, let me get this right. You think men don't support single mothers? That's what you're basically saying.
They don't.
No, I don't think it. I know it. They don't.
Okay, so what about so what if she don't like that man and she doesn't want his support?
What woman don't want support?
They choosing the balance. So what if she don't?
We're not talking about relationships. I'm talking about even in the family. Like I said, it's not your uncles and your brothers that's helping you out with your daughter. It's your aunties, your mamas, your grandma.
What do y'all want? Y'all want men who have no business dealing with the child to deal with the child? That's what y'all want?
I'm telling you what I want. I want to be a dad in my next lifetime. That's what I want. I want to be a dad so bad. I want to be like you. I want to be able to see that baby for a couple of hours, pat her on the head, and take her on a date. You know, what you say, kill two birds with one stone? Mm-hmm. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to lie to a woman and spend time with my kid at the same time.
I don't want to be a parent in my life next lifetime.
You too smart.
I ain't gonna mother or father. I don't want to be a woman or a man. I don't want to be a parent. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
I want to be a parent, but I want to
BBG. You are a smart woman. Stop
Absolutely.
Yeah, I still want to be a parent, but I want to be a dad.
Again? Y'all want to spin the block?
I do. I absolutely. I have 10 kids if I could be a dad.
I love my babies. I don't want to do this shit no more.
So all of this about jealousy. I want to be a man. Got it.
No.
No, not a man, a dad.
Specifically a father. Joy Gemini said, drop dirty 30. He's dumb. To put 11 on that boy head. CL, you got to cam up. I got to see your face, brother or sister. We got to see who you is. Bun Mitchell said, family? You mean the women? You mean the women? I'm sorry, family? You mean the women? What are you doing?
Speak for yourself.
But what you be doing though? You a weekend warrior.
Hmm?
You a weekend warrior.
You ain't heard me say I'm a weekend warrior.
30. You a weekend warrior, fam.
Don't lie like that, guy.
I ain't lying. Hold on. I'm lying now? You not a weekend warrior?
No.
All right.
Because remember, when I said that, I was using that as an example. So
I know, but you told that wasn't recently. That was from another time. You told me that you was a weekend warrior.
I never told you that, guy.
It's Thursday at 4 and it's 4:30. Where your baby at?
My baby just got out of school.
Where's that?
Mm-hmm. Where is she at out of that school?
She's at our family house where all the kids get dropped off at.
Where you at?
We have a family house. We have a family house that everybody has a key to.
It's called Grandma's house, 30 round. It's called Grandma's house.
No, my mama got her own house. We have a family house that was passed down through generation from my grandmama to my from my great grandmama to my grandmama, and it turned into a family house.
Who's she over there with? Who's the adult supervisor?
Right now I think my sister's over there.
Oh, okay.
Would you look at that?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a family. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. Y'all want everybody to be struggling and have miserable.
Who wants that? Nobody wants that.
Any damn thing.
Who wants that?
You're not the only person with a family.
Right. Thankfully, I have sisters. I'm very grateful that I have all sisters because if I had brothers, I probably would lose my mind.
You know what's crazy?
All sisters, so I never have to find anybody to get my kids to help with my kids.
That's facts.
Right.
But you know what's crazy? 30 round. He doesn't understand empathy at all. He thinks us, but even though we all have support systems, we're still empathetic to the many of people who don't have support systems. So we're not up here talking about, well, y'all need to pick better family members. And he's like, well, y'all just jealous of me. I'm like, no, nigga, we got families, bro. I got a family. I live 5 minutes away from my brother and 10 minutes away from my mama. I got family. I live. My brother-in-law lives with me. I got family. We good.
Why don't we start acting like it?
Acting like
what is you talking about?
No, I'm just yapping then, I guess.
What did you say?
I always been yapping, baby. You ain't never not been yapping. Now don't put yourself like that. Absolutely. You've always been yapping.
Well, BBG, you so petty, bro. BBG is saying, but
Yapping is hilarious. You never not been yapping.
But that is an affirmative though. Like I ain't gonna hold you.
It is. It's insane. And like telling us like we better. And like we all we do all know this. Like we've seen Shan cousin on live like 12 million times. Like we've seen her in action. Y'all heard my mama, y'all heard my sister, y'all heard my husband. Like this is not something that's personal. It's not something that, you know, I feel like I should have a village. I do have a village. I just got my
Jones got a village in his house. All his kids watch each other. They all are. And Jones got a nanny on top of that. He got nannies on top of nannies on top of nannies.
So
He taking he's well
insulated. So all this is about what everybody else going through for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Shocking.
I understand.
Shocking.
Right? Ain't that crazy? Can we think about other people outside of ourselves?
You think you can save the world?
Oh. Now we think in the brain.
Not that we think we can save the world, is that you determine that you are not going to try.
I can't. You know what the outcast told me? You start from your corner, then you move on. You don't save the world by going after the world. You got to start from your community on your corner, then you go on. And then
what crackhead? You said a crackhead told you this?
Mm-hmm.
No, I said
outcast crackhead.
Speaking of family, I'm not sure if I'll pick my baby. You know what? I know you got to pick it up. You should get off the flag and go to that family house, like eat some lunch. You should do that right now.
Yeah.
As a means to be a part of the village, you should get off this phone right now. Go to that grocery store, get them kids some lunch, and you should go over there and participate.
I'm at work. I can't.
Marion said, but they get mad when baby mamas drop the child at her mom's. That's what I be saying. They want the men want the women to suffer while they got all the amenities and they get all their time. Daddy gotta have a life too. That shit crazy. Y'all niggas really some wicked sons of bitches.
I'm telling you.
I never knew how wicked you niggas was. I had no idea until I'm listening to the shit y'all be saying, especially when it comes to these kids. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, y'all different.
I can't take care of nobody's kids around in my family. I can't look out for your kids.
You just said you need a community, my nigga. What do you think that? Hold on. Hold on, brother. What do you think that is? If not what you just described,
bro.
No. Hold on. What do you think that is? If not what you just described?
I know what you're trying to say, bro. What I'm saying is, listen, I know what you're getting at. What I'm trying to say is this. Right? You got to start with a small community, your small family, right? I have a big family. I can't control, right, that other people aren't able to take care of their kids. Only thing I can do is handle what's on my plate. I'm handling what's on my plate first. Then, maybe if I got time.
Can I ask a question?
Imagine if your mama thought like, never mind. Yeah, ask a question, BBG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm 30. Please don't. We don't need treats. What day is your day to go over and watch all the kids at the family house? Which day do you have 2 days, 3 days? Because you probably should have multiple days. What day is your day to go over and watch all the kids?
Usually, I just pop up on Sundays. I pop up on Sundays.
When everybody off?
Weekend.
When everybody off?
Yeah.
Weekend warrior?
When I'm off on Sunday, I pop.
And
can I get the answer?
I'm sorry, you right. Let me mute.
I'm sorry.
You're listening.
I pop up on Sundays. I pop out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I buy everybody lunch and dinner before I go to work. Lunch slash dinner.
But you didn't even stay.
So Friday and Sunday, yeah.
What other man watches them babies besides what other man watches them babies? Does a man watch the babies at any point in time?
Yeah. Which is my brother come over there sometimes when he in town. My dad be over there too because he always do like maintenance and stuff over there. And my mama, of course, because that's a family house. And then we got cousins. We got a whole bunch of cousins, and uncles.
I don't think you understood his question, 30. He didn't say which men pop up to go hang out at the family house from time to time. He said which men take care of the babies that be over there.
I just told you my dad to be over there taking care of the baby sometimes.
You said he be doing maintenance stuff.
I said he over there because he doing maintenance, but he over there doing it too.
He isn't doing that. Talking about just any man that shows up ever. You even mentioned your cousin when he in town.
I said my brother.
Whatever, brother, when he in town. He ain't coming over there to take care of no babies. He coming over there to hang out.
Who watch the kids the most? Who out of 30 days in a month? No, we're gonna do hours in a week, right? And somebody got to watch the kid. Let's say you got the place open for 20 hours a week. Is that safe to say 20 hours a week?
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 20 hours, how many of those hours are men by men?
Shit. He answered that game. I don't know.
0.001.
I know my for the most part though, for real though, my sisters, my mama, my sisters, my mama, which is their grandmama, my aunties, they play a big role.
Bro, we know the women. You ain't got to tell. We know that. Man, we know. I've been trying to figure out for the longest time because you've been talking about all. It just, I don't even want to say it. Tonight just said I hate him. Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Just straight like
that.
Just like that.
Don't nobody complain when I'm spending my money though.
What money? You taking advantage of them, but that's
when I'm spending my hard-earned money and I'm looking out for
on your kids, on your family. No.
Listen, when I'm spending my hard, my $80, and I'm looking out and I'm buying gifts for everybody and buying dinner and buying all of these things that they don't want to spend their money on, nobody has a problem with it. You got no problem with
because that's what
you don't got no problem with me financially supporting that. But y'all sit up here trying to shame me for not being there all the time because I'm at work. Which one you want? You want me to be there?
What the men complaining because that's what we're used to from men. Y'all come in with these grand gestures. It's for everybody. See you next month. That's when all the praise in the world.
He said, hey, the answer is both because the women paying and they stay.
Please.
I'm lying.
So then women ain't got no job.
Put your granny on the dirty round. Don't do that, brother. I just one time let me talk to that. Just 30 round. Please let us one time talk to a woman in your life. Okay.
First of all, grandma's not able to work. When I say grandma, I'm talking about the little babies in my family. They grandmama, which is my mama. That's first thing first.
What they got to do anything?
Right.
I'm so confused.
Second thing is this.
Most people grandma can't work.
Yeah.
I put my mama on here. You think I'm ashamed? I call my mama on three-way. My mama tell you. And my mama sit up and tell all y'all ass. Yeah. He come through. He support. He does the best.
You know why I can see that though? And that's why your baby mama don't like your mama. That's why she yelling at her, because your mama gonna cape for you. She gonna cape for you no matter.
There's a lot of mamas that don't want to admit to feeling, if I'm honest.
Yeah, a lot of mamas do that. A lot of mamas do that.
My grandma be doing that for my daddy. I be like, girl.
I'm wondering what the logic is behind your mom is not able to work, but y'all are dropping the kids off with her. I never understood that. There was what book was that? I wrote a book about that. I think it was Weathering, actually, where they talked about like these very, by all intents and purposes, young Black women who are caring for their grandkids, but they aren't able to work because of the toil that it took on their body when they were trying to both raise their kids and work at the same time. So a lot of them have like autoimmune diseases or heart conditions and all of this other stuff, kind of stuff. So they end up on disability and can't work. And then for some odd reason, the kids that they raise also feel like they should be taking care of their kids because, to be honest, even you overcompensating and bringing money, your kid is over there. You're not hooking nobody up. Even if you're paying $1,000 a week, you ain't helping nobody out because they watching your kid. The 80 hours a week, you're the one that need to be figuring out where that baby need to be at. If you got to take her to that break room and tell her to sit down and be real quiet while you finish your shift because
that's what my mama used to do.
Relieve you. Like what?
That's impossible.
That's what my mama used to do. That's what my mama used to do. You know how many days I went to my mama? You know how many days? Y'all don't even know how many days I spent at my mama jobs. My mama was a manager at a bank. I used to be in the vault. My mom used to let me play in the vault, like, and I would be upstairs in the break room when I would have to stay home from school. For whatever my daddy was doing, I don't know what that nigga was doing, but whenever I would have to stay home from school, which thinking back, what did that nigga do? But I would be there, my mama would take me to work. I knew all the workers. I remember it was one nigga that I worked with in the 80s. He had a mustache. He looked like the lead singer from the Whispers, one of the twins. I swear to God. He like my Uncle Kent. So I had a little front with shit like that. I remember that nigga ended up going to jail. He embezzled like $80,000. I remember that. Then at my mom's other job, when she was doing the logistics, she would take me to work, and I would be filing shit for her at work. I'll be there all day. I remember being at my mama's job with 102 fever because nobody could watch me. She wasn't gonna leave me at home. Yeah, he embezzled a bunch of money. I was at her job with a fever in the break room all day. I remember that shit. Like I don't.
My mama had me when she was 17, right? And so growing up, bro, when I had when I was like 5, from like 5 years old to like probably like 8, I used to go to the bar, bro. My mom used to be a bartender, bro. I used to go to the bar during her shift, happy hour in the hood.
You tell what?
Where was your daddy?
Which one? Nah, but I'm just joking, man. I'm joking.
Which one, man? I mean, I'm sorry. Where was your daddy?
Oh, that's a cute picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
had 2 years
Working. I could never, by the way. I ain't gonna even hold y'all.
I used to have to take Quentin to work.
I could never.
Listen,
I couldn't do it.
I work in a plant. My daughter can't come up there, bro, for 14 hours, and I work a great.
Nobody's telling you to take your man.
No, nobody's saying that.
Conversation.
That's what we got family for.
Where was your daddy at? Oh.
Talking about during when my mama?
Yeah, you said your mom and your daddy was together.
My biological father was locked up from when I was like 5 years old to like he got out when I was 16. But my stepfather, when he stepped into my life when I was like 4 years old, he was at work while she was doing her job. So, and that's not his responsibility. But
it was. Wait,
he grew into that responsibility.
What do you mean it wasn't his responsibility, bro? Come on, let's not.
Definitely was his responsibility.
Did they live together?
At the time, dude, that was so long ago, bro. I don't even remember, bro, to be honest with you.
But you remember,
but you legitimately believe that you get in a relationship who has kids. You know what I'm saying? That kid's food is not your responsibility. You're gonna tell her. Okay,
no,
after daddy.
I had my first bill when I was
Hey, I asked you all of that.
Oh. So this the thing about it, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all something. We grew up obviously different. My stepfather, he really was a respectable man. still help me out to this day. I look at him like a dad, even more so than my own father.
He wasn't dad. I look at my dad like a dad. Nigga, that's your dad. That's why.
He's
Sorry,
his stepdad.
but what I'm stating is this. Let me get it out, man, before y'all jump on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, 30 round. We listening.
Yeah, what I'm stating is this. At the time, like I said, my parents were young. I'm referring to my stepfather and my mom. They were young. And I grew up with young parents. I didn't have any old ass parents like y'all had. And
Nigga, my mama was 25 when she had me.
Yeah, they were trying to find that shit.
What you talking about? My mom was a child, bro. My mama had my brother when she was 19. She had me when she was 25. My mama was a baby. So
honestly, I grew up a lot of.
We grew up during the frat era.
Like, what did you?
In Washington D.C. and fucking Long Beach. Let's stop trying.
I mean, bro,
we all had young
I didn't crash out. What I'm saying is this, bro. I grew up. My stepfather, bro. He had to. I admit, from what my mom and him used to tell me, he had to learn. He had to learn to be a man, right? Right at the time when I came into his life, and so he, the older I get, the more we grew together. You get what I'm saying? And he ended up being a great father. Bought me my first gold card, got me every pair of J's. All
I cared about, all I wanted to know was, why was your mama taking you to her? Everybody at home to take care of you. That's all I wanted to know. You said, I know. You answered the question. That's what I wanted to tell you. You answered the question. I don't care nothing about that man whereabouts outside of that.
I just told you it was that.
I already said, okay. Like, what we talking?
To tell you to never date a woman with kids. We got you.
That was your stepdaddy. I couldn't remember. That was your stepdaddy.
It was.
Oh, your stepdaddy said, "Don't never date a woman with kids." And nigga, and you was and you was the kid.
That shit was wild when you said that.
Hey, you was the kid? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was bad as fuck, bro.
Nah, nigga. Nah, man. And I believe you was bad as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
I used to do shit like, bro, like I got suspended like the second.
You ain't 30 round. You ain't got to convince us you was bad, my nigga. We believe you.
Yeah, we don't need.
I used to be a horrible child, bro. And
we doubt that.
I actually calmed down, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, but still don't mean that man told you never date a woman with kids when he dated your mom who had kids and you was the kid.
Because I put the nigga through hell.
He could have kept that shit to himself. It's done now. He ain't never had to tell you that.
Kid put you through hell.
Listen.
Hey, how you let a baby put you through? He is a baby.
I poured milk in that nigga gas.
Because he didn't like you. Hold on. Time out. 30 round. Have you ever thought that you were doing that type of shit because he didn't like you and you were just reacting to being fucking? Why? Why you do it?
Because, bro, I was confused as a child, bro. I thought I didn't know. I didn't know I knew he wasn't my real daddy. Cause I knew I used to have to go back and forth to Chicago growing up. So, and I knew I also had another father that I used to go visit in prison at the same time. So I was really confused as a child. Like, damn, this my daddy locked up. I also got a stepfather down here down south that I go back and forth every Christmas, every summer. I grew up on the plane.
You had three daddies by the time you was 5?
You say what?
You had 3 daddies by the time you was like 5?
No, I never said that. I said 2. I said my stepfather and my real father.
You said you was visiting with somebody else in prison.
My real father, my biological
in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, so, but why you poor? But wait, but you didn't do that. Man. I'm just saying, bro. You did that. You didn't like your stepfather. And you didn't just didn't like him because he wasn't your real daddy. You didn't like that nigga because he didn't like you.
Yeah, he loved me, bro. I can call him right now. We good.
Y'all be saying, hey man, the way y'all be caping for these men, but let a woman tell you some shit like that. Let a woman tell you the equivalent of I don't like you, little nigga. And watch how hard you niggas crash out for the next 30 seconds.
Y'all not finna convince me that I'm not loved in my family.
That's my shit. You not love.
Convince me that. Y'all not finna say, oh, because y'all don't know, bro. Y'all didn't grow up in the same household because y'all don't know. I told you I was a badass child, bro.
I know.
Y'all still.
I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. 30 rounds.
But at least I'm holding myself accountable.
For what? For being a kid.
Nigga, I was against the menace.
Nigga, you was a kid. You had behavioral issues. You are a child with behavioral issues, and they didn't address it. And your fucking stepdaddy didn't like it, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
Nigga, that's cap. That's cap.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait till your mom reveal that you was an accident.
Why would she do that?
Why would exactly? Hold on. Exactly. Exactly. Why would somebody? Why would a parent? That's what I'm like, nigga. That's worse, actually. I'd rather hear I'm an accident. I would rather hear I'm an accident because I actually would believe that and actually makes sense. Saying you shouldn't have saying, yeah, don't ever marry a woman with kids. You said you poured milk in this gas tank, nigga. I'd have lit a fucking, I'd have poured gasoline. I'd have made it to blow up, nigga, and put it underneath that nigga's seat, nigga.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. He tell me that as a child. Let me.
What did he tell you?
Right.
We know. He
when I was
in my to himself.
Hold on.
When I was in my early.
He told you was an adult.
Yeah,
that's what I seen.
Beat that old nigga up 30 rounds.
You was already
30 rounds.
And he still came to you and was like, by the way, don't ever do that shit again, raising you.
Crazy. 30 rounds. 30 rounds. 30 rounds.
You want to give me a chance?
30 rounds.
You want to give me a chance at finding someone with a clean slate?
30 rounds. 30 rounds. You crashed out over somebody saying you want to cook, but you didn't crash out over a man saying, don't do what I did and help raise you. I help raise. Like,
what?
Nigga.
That's because parents are different back in the days, bro. It was
this wasn't back in the day, 30 rounds.
It was a different time back in the days, bro. Like, y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all
we don't understand it. We older than you. What you talking about? We got fully understand.
Yeah, if I had a stepdad that raised me, I know only one man in my life that I can respect. And I very respect that one. But if I had a stepdad that raised me and he waited till I was 20-something years old to be like, by the way, don't never date no woman with kids, and don't never date no man with kids. Nigga, like you did?
Ain't nothing to cut a bitch off at that point. Cause I would never talk to that man again. I would that's it. You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't got it. That's it. You got one time. You got one time to tell me some shit like that. At 20 something? Oh yeah, you ain't.
He made one.
That's what he said. Jenny, that is what he said.
So you were a generational curse?
That's worse. You think that's better?
You were a generational curse.
You was the curse.
It's called breaking generation.
You did the same thing. Hold on. Time out. Then you did. Exactly. You're doing the same thing. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm right now. So you believe so strongly in it for you. You wanted somebody with a clean slate. You expect a 25-year-old that ain't got a clean slate.
Nigga.
To a 25-year-old nigga, you years old.
You not accept your generational curse of a daughter too?
Daddy.
Let's not talk about kids.
I'm not talking about your daughter.
We ain't talking about your daughter.
Let's not talk about kids.
I'm not talking about your daughter.
Let's not talk about kids.
You my kids here, my kids be listening to your husband on the line. I promise you, if you think that I'm Man, my kids will probably roast you like a fresh stick.
That's what you said. I didn't say it. You said it's breaking generational curses. You were the generational curse. It's the same thing for your daughter. That woman that's dating you, if she marries you and becomes a stepmom, did she not break generational curses?
Well, we're gonna have our own child.
Nigga,
What does that do anything?
I'm about to lose it. How you gonna make mama?
June baby, you're the one with a face full of makeup caked up. You the clown. I
Uh-oh.
don't put on makeup. Anyway,
Stop sending it.
Hold up.
Hold up.
At the
Hold up.
end of the day,
Let Jones go real quick. Go ahead.
I'm just kind of listening to it. We're changing the shower head, right? I had a new crib. And no one's coming here asking me a goddamn step stool.
Is it that high?
No.
Why she ask you then? Baby,
I just wanted to feel helpful. That's
I got you. Because there ain't nothing wrong with but on some real shit. You might should get a step stool. It makes it easier, I'm sure. Even if you're tall enough to do it, it's probably.
I love him. But now he's mad. I'm so sorry.
That is a little disrespectful. Don't mess with a man height. Yeah, you know we sensitive about that.
y'all gotta let go of love, man. All of y'all, man.
30 round. Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like how you trying to act like we don't. Nigga, we love you. That's the thing. We're trying to hit your ass in the love, nigga. The hell you talking about? We love each other. We love the community. That's why we don't be in here judging each other like that.
Stop. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you only got one life to live, bro. And this
Put it on the shirt, nigga. Put it on the shirt.
All right, it's already on the shirt. You should go buy one.
Put it on the shirt. Put it in the post.
Y'all need to learn how to love each other, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to see more love. I want to see none of this hateful propaganda being spilled anymore. All right, I need y'all to start loving one another.
I like certain kind of propaganda. I ain't gonna lie.
All of this negative stuff y'all like spew about each other. Black women. You know what I'm saying?
We don't spew nothing negative about black women.
I always say some negative stuff about one another.
Who we say? What we say?
He's very sorry.
Wait, yeah, when I start preaching stuff like that, them demons start coming out. But I rebuke you.
Why do you have demons?
You are the demon.
About y'all.
A demon saying he rebuke you, demon, is crazy. You can't be a demon rebuking demons, my nigga. Family. In the club.
Demon time. I'm not on demon time.
In the club, we all demons. But tonight just said, "Whoa, bet you wondering how I got here." Ass story. That's what he's 30.
Yeah, but now I'm here. But guess what? God, I woke up today. Guess what? And I'm gonna wake up tomorrow.
You threatened to
SB, I'm about to end the live. I'm sorry. I'm not bringing people up right now.
You said I threatened to what?
You threatened to blow up my grandma's house the other day.
Hey man, look, some niggas ain't gonna make it.
Black History Month. During Black History Month over a cookie emoji.
Talking about y'all need to love each other more. Nigga.
Now you in the drunk. Wax poetic and shit.
Y'all need to look like, come on, man. And I understand you can still beat his ass right now. Keep us updated. I definitely would consider it. Y'all know I love Final fans. That's mine. I love that. I feel like
weak ass, bro. The fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all lost y'all mind in here?
Nah, they like cookies.
Hey, don't love me. All they want to do, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about your crowd.
I don't want to hear. Hey, I love y'all, man. I gotta go. I don't want to hear that shit. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I got a dip, man. I gotta go get my babies today. We got some important things. You did it, Joe. Shout out to everybody that joined the live. All my comic cousins, man. Shout out to the tappers, rappers, and super chatters. If you're not entertained, Y'all definitely could throw a that cash out one time on the way out. It don't hurt, but it don't hurt nothing but to do it. Had a good time. I had a good time, man. We did 3 hours and 54 minutes of a live. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube, everybody on the TikTok. Shout out to the best minds in the business. All the old subs. I appreciate y'all.